Guerrilla cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla. Take guard, man the barricades, patrol the cover boundary. At last the time is come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, guerrilla cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick guerrilla cricket, it's the finest choice you'll ever make. There's so much more to cricket than rev counters and a slice of cake. At first they tried to sanitize us and clean up our act, but people like it filthy, and we know that for a fact. Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Behan, Austin Ian, guerrilla cricket. Stick with us, cause you know we're not the kind of thing that you see on the TV and the radio. So vive la revolution. First they tried to buy us, but we would not be bought. Okay, we were, but then we ran away, and we will not be caught. Would not give up the ghost when they left us all for dead. They decapitated us, but we just grew another head. Chairman Mao, Jamie Howe, Ho Chi Minh, Asif Din, Václav Havel, Graham Saville, No Surrender, Percy Fender, Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin, guerrilla.
Terrible, Phil Salt. Fuck off! Get out of my fucking England side! Twat! Can't field now. Jesus Christ!
Pryor ain't no loss, cause we found someone Butler. Okay, he can't spell Joss, but he also can't spell Butler. Joss Butler. Just because he is Joss Butler. One S and two T's, Joss Butler.
Well, good morning, good afternoon, good dawn, good dusk, wherever you are in the world. Well, I hope you haven't been waiting too long, because we've just got on air in time for the first ball. Sri Lanka won the toss. They put England into bat. It's sunny at the moment. I'm just looking at the weather forecast, and it's not great. It's a bit of a mixture, a mixed bag. Anyway, I'm Gorilla Hendo, Nigel Henderson. I'm joined on my left, both on my left. Yes. I have on the far side, in the left-hand chair, it's none other than Andy.
Hello.
And next to me, my personal AI with all the things you really need to know. As well, what you need to know here is that Phil Salt has played the first ball from Madhushankar down the ground to long on. Don't always say a long on to start with as one of the players out, but maybe they've done a little bit of homework.
Well, it probably speaks to the fact that it's not an express opening bowler.
He's not an express opening bowler, is very true. Right, hello AI Dad, how you doing?
I'm all right, son.
I'm
a bit stressed after the late a weakening of the bear.
We wondered what had happened to the
I
bear.
think he'd eaten one too many berries before he went to bed last night, and
Did he offer up any sort of mitigation?
yes, he's not very well apparently.
Oh, what's wrong
so
with him?
he said he's got some sort of weird rash, which is a bit worrying.
Oh, shit.
I didn't go into detail
No,
about
no,
where
I
it
wouldn't.
was.
I wouldn't.
Don't want to see a rash on the bear. In comes Madhushanka, bowls, and Butler, who's under a little bit of pressure, defends this one up to mid-off. He's not going to change the way he plays.
Well, you have to kind of say, or what? They're not going to drop him.
No. I mean, that's... Well, yeah, who... What's the alternative? I mean...
Well, there isn't one.
I was thinking about this as I was walking from the car, and the old phrase of form is temporary and class is permanent. But at some point, class stops being permanent because your eyes go, or
Well, exactly. You know, bring back Neil Fairbrother then. I don't know.
yes, exactly.
So is that
Bradman.
what's happened to me? Is that where my class went?
That's right. Yeah, me too. Madhushanka bowls, and it's all neat and tidy, and Butler just clips away to mid-wicket, can't get it through.
Well, that's always been Butler's MO, hasn't it? He starts slowly. That's why you want someone at the other end like Salt, who goes from ball one, and it's worked well for England in the last few years. And it's the nature of the beast in T20. You just can't have consistency. It's not a thing.
Do you think as soon as your eyes go, you automatically get given a stair lift as well?
Well,
You've got plenty of adverts for them.
Or a funeral plan?
as someone whose back and knee have gone, and my eyes went about 10 years ago. Looking for the Yorker there, just gets down on it, maybe just swinging into the leg stump at the last minute. Got it on the full, very low on the bat, but down to deep square. Butler also gets off the mark. I should run through the teams. England are unchanged, whereas Sri Lanka make two changes. Dushmanta Chamira, quick bowler. Kamil Mishara, who's opening batsman, coming in as Pramad Madhushan, and Kusal Pereira drop out. England, Phil Salt, Joss Butler, Jacob Bethel, Tom Banton, Harry Brooks, Sam Curran, Will Jacks, Jamie Overton, Jofra Archer, Liam Dawson, and Adil Rashid in again. He bowls to Salt, whose placement there is good. Might get back for a second, probably won't, as the man at long on runs round and does the fielding. This is almost Chimanda Vass-like, isn't it? This over.
It's very sedate.
Sedate, but also reasonably accurate, and England not getting off to a barnstorming start. Yeah, flyer.
Well, they've just been doing an analysis on everything Joss Butler's been doing wrong. He's not getting in a positive first step, and he's swinging across the line.
Or I could, for the 100th time, say sample size, and it's just two innings he's got out.
I know. I do think that absolutely you can do anything with these and look very knowledgeable. Big full toss. Again, Butler's not able to do anything.
You
too
can't
much
help
with it.
thinking though that an informed Joss Butler would just put that in the stand.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think sometimes you get a full toss in the first over and you're not quite. Ready
It
for
happens. Yes.
It got a single anyway to deep square. It's the end of the over, and AI Tony has some.
I am here, yes. Zippy Tuna, hello to you. Yes, we are live. Hello to Tim Wilton Davis. Hello to Jay Grover, who says, hey up.
Hey up.
This is live, but you're not real. I'm not quite sure what that means.
Well, I don't think we're real.
Virtual.
A Lord Handjob of Melbourne is going, well, hello there. Well, hello to you too, Lord Handjob.
It was nice to have that new little mashup of the bear getting very, very angry. We're going to have spin from the Hunaskiraya end. It's going to be the left arm of Dunath Welalagi. Seen quite a bit of him in the last month or so. Let me just.
I was going to say, England had a warm-up series here.
Yep.
Which I'm sure has worked more in England's favour than Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka know how to play in Sri Lanka for sure. Can get all the practice they can.
Round the wicket to Butler. He goes on to the back foot and forces, and the man at extra got quite a nasty bounce there, but at least he'd got his body behind the ball. It rose up and hit him in the chest.
Which seemed a little bit odd. Going back to the warm-ups, it seemed a little bit odd to me because, you do know you're going to play them in the Super 8s, so I was a bit surprised Sri Lanka did that.
Forced away out to deep mid by Butler, gets a single. I think this is a very good move from Sri Lanka. spin against these two, especially Salt. He just loves pace on the ball. In fact, that's the only thing he does love, really.
Yeah, but I think everybody's figured that out by now.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, these are rumoured to be slower pitches, but I don't know. I mean, that game between Australia and Sri Lanka was a cracker, wasn't it? I thought.
Sri Lanka are definitely not going to mind the fact that England have had a bit of practice here. What will be uppermost on their mind is not the defeat to Zimbabwe, but the fact they tonked Australia here, and Nasanka got a fantastic 100, and they scored the highest run chase on the ground in T20s.
Well, as I said, Salt never takes on the spinners except when he hammers it over long off for the first one of these.
With the super shatter, rocker, super shatter.
We need a super shot 4 and a super shot 6, and that is a super shot 6.
Really just hit through the line there. It wasn't
Waited
full.
for it, didn't he?
He just waited a little bit. It was a length ball, slightly full, but he just watched it onto the middle of his bat and smacked it over long off. I didn't see any form issues with that shot.
That was Salt, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. This one he works into the onside through.
Weren't there questions about him as well, though?
Well, I think there's always questions about Salt. That's a single. On the basis that this is his only real format in the game, I think now. I don't think he's good enough.
Well, fine. This is the game he's playing today, so who cares?
Yeah. Well, I agree, but you know, on that basis, he has to justify it, doesn't he?
No more than anybody else.
Well, no. They're going to get a single. I think Butler spotted the angle, was going to take it past extra cover quicker than Salt did, and he was a little bit slow to respond. That outfield does look quite odd. It looks like that sort of sandiness with a bit of rain on it.
Yeah.
Wellalagi in. Oh, that's gone up in the air. It did turn a little bit, stopped on Salt. He just held back on the shot, and that meant it dropped short of extra. And he got away with it. 13 for none after 2.
Right, yes, indeed. England stands in the bad, says Rich Turner Music. I've had way too many substances to have people telling me I'm not real, says Zippy Tuna. Woof! Guess who that's from? Muttley says, morning primates.
Mutters.
Finally managed to be up and awake for an England game. Love and sausages. Primates even, still waking up. They called us primates, but I knew what you meant. Lockie 6, g'day penguin lovers, hope today finds you all well. We are in excellent shape. And I did see, talking of penguins,
speak for yourself, yeah.
those wonderful tooth therapy Humboldt penguins that they've been taking into old people's homes.
Oh,
which
support
is really
penguins.
sweet. Support penguins, yes.
Do the penguins like it, though?
Well, they seem
Has anyone asked
happy
them?
enough. Well,
they come over here, they get care home treatment.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, bloody penguins. Flicked away through mid-wicket. That might have enough on it. Great effort out there. Threw everything at that in terms of his body and arms. Is that Chimera, I think? And he saved a couple of runs there.
oh, this is polite. It's from Raj Patel. Oh, and we got a super chat. But Raj said, "Good morning, my dear Hendo, Tony, and Andy." How lovely. Zippy Tuna has furnished us with 5, I think, Australian dollars.
43 pence then.
Here's $5 because I'd waste it on booze anyway. Come on, England. Well, I mean, we don't want to
Super chat
deplete.
cash, super chat cash, super chat cash.
That is how you can go to the top of the list in regard having your tweets read out. This is punched into the ground and then goes in a strange direction to backward point from Butler. He's got 6 from 9. Salt has 9 from 5. My partner's niece is off to Sri Lanka today.
Cool, lovely.
And
For cricket or just for a holiday?
Well, no. I don't think she's ever been to a cricket match. Her partner is heavily into surfing, so he might be doing a bit of surfing out there.
I didn't realise surfing was a Sri Lankan
I don't know whether it is.
Learn something every day.
Well, no, I don't know that it is, but I'm just thinking perhaps it is. Madhu Shankar into Butler, who plays a big drive at that and misses it.
Bowling very full, Madhushanka. He obviously doesn't subscribe to the theory that Yorkers are no good in T20s because he's trying to bowl a lot of them.
Yeah, that one went straight across.
That really was a bit of a half volley, and Butler be a bit disappointed.
It's just
Didn't move his feet at all. I know that's the way, but you can get your body slightly towards the ball.
That had Zach Crawley written all over it, that shot.
I think there are no. I don't think I don't think cricketers have feet anymore.
They have lead boots.
They've been sawn off.
Butler certainly didn't on that shot.
15 for none, halfway
We're
through
going to
the
give Josh
third
Butler
over.
some cement overshoes.
Oh, he's beaten him again.
Yep.
He doesn't seem to me to be looking at the ball. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit. I suppose I should give you the Sri Lankan team as well. Pathum Nissanka, Kamil Mishara, Kusal Mendes keeping wicket, Pavan Rasnaika, Kamindu Mendes, know all about him, Dasun Shanaka, there's the captain, Dunathawela Lagi, Dushan, Hemantha Mahesh Thikshana, Dushmantha Chamira, and Dilshan Madhushankar, who is indeed bowling at the moment. I've got in. I've raced in, and I'm going to do these 5 overs, and then I'm going to be off until the last 5 overs.
Well, you're not, because that was my fault.
Ooh.
Oh, right, okay. Again, another Yorker, but outside the off stump, and Butler just can't lay a bat on it at the moment.
Groped at that one.
You're staying right there to do socials at the end of this. Sorry.
I was just about to settle down with my lovely Samantha pillow.
Well, I was also conscious you had a full day, whereas I had a half a day.
Exactly. Well, no, that was fair enough.
I don't know how Butler's played inside that when it's swinging into him.
He's just.
What was that shot even going to achieve if he hit it?
But he was just going to nerdle it between.
I'm not trying to work out what
point
he's trying
and
to
cover.
do. Yeah, I think that was probably the slide down to third is the I think the
Technical
intended
shot.
shot.
He won't
Yeah.
panic Butler because he's been here many times before.
Final ball of the over. He's got bat on that. Is he trying to make room for it? Was thrown wider, chopped it onto the ground. Could have got away with a boundary, but the man on the 45 at third man has got round to stop it. They have hurried through for a single, but just 3 runs from it. Great start from Madhushankar. 2
Good
overs
over, yeah,
for
good
7.
over. He had a plan and he stuck to it. Yep.
Zippy Tuna, oh no, I'm never happy to have a weird rash. In sympathy with the bear. David Morse, hello, good morning to you. After the rugby, hopefully the England team doesn't underperform. Have a great day from the Philippines.
Did they lose again?
Yes.
They got thumped by Ireland. England are unchanged. Does the smell help repel the opponent, says Zippy Tuna. Lockie 6, speaking of turtles, which I didn't know we were, they've been reintroduced to the Sailors Ate Them Islands. I don't know what that is. Oh, was that the Galapagos?
Yeah, it was the turtles that were so...
Yes.
They tried to bring the turtles back for science, but they were so delicious they ate them all.
What, in the Galapagos? I thought the Galapagos was famous for its turtles.
I thought it was tortoises. I thought it was the giant
Oh,
tortoise.
well, yes.
Maybe
there are
I'm
those as
confusing them.
That's out. That's out.
That's out.
Yes, he's LBW.
What
It's
was he
all gone
doing?
horribly wrong for Butler. He turned around so early to play the reverse thwack. Missed it, was hit, and it was stone dead. I think he's going to
Why
review
review
it.
it?
No, he really shouldn't. It was one of those where he was so obviously out and it was such a terrible shot, you almost think, well, I don't care about the rules about switch hitting, that's just out.
I mean, that just looked like a man whose nothing was working. His,
He
No.
missed that by an absolute
his
mile.
timing was wrong. His
Yeah.
footwork was non-existent. It
Yeah,
was just a funny old innings.
it was indeed. And I imagine that what's going on in Pallekele right now is this.
The crowd says, you're out.
Well, I could probably change my tune because that was an absolutely awful innings from Butler.
Dreadful. 7 off 14. Used up
The-
14 balls,
The
got 7.
trombones are out, and rightly so.
Not 76 of them, though.
Well, it's not far off.
It was just one big one. Where was it? Did you see some more? I only saw the one. Mr. Handjob, no, I can't demote him now. He's not Prince Andrew after all. Lord, I'll keep him as Lord Handjob of Melbourne.
Is it really worth demoting Prince Andrew? I mean, he has to go on a killing spree and kill 7 people to get, like, kingly immunity.
I heard they were just going to change his title even more to it just becomes Oi Wanker. Disinterested Handjob says, for future consideration, slandering the English as much as possible, and that is 10 fine Aussie dollars worth of
I mean,
a
fair
super
enough,
chat.
as long as you can take it back.
Thank you very much. New batsman.
Jacob Beatles, born of Barbados, now he plays for the English team. They say that he is an all-rounder, but that remains to be seen.
Well, he's not an all-rounder right now because he can't bowl because of his finger.
That's right. I was wondering about that, and I was informed this morning because really, I mean, Bethel took those 4 wickets to win that very, very tight game here in
He
Sri
did.
Lanka at the end of that T20 series. 4 wickets, I think he took. It was 6 down with about 25 to get. On came Bethel. But it's Wallalagi, the left-arm spinner, who's made the breakthrough. He's got a leg slip,
That's
interestingly.
odd. Yeah.
And there is turn, but also turn from the bat of Bethel, who nurdles it into the onside. Kamindu Mendis comes off the fence to do the fielding.
They must have a very specific plan to put a leg slip in there, which I would have thought 99% of the time is just a waste of a fielder.
Yeah, maybe it just makes the batsman think about if it is turning. But it's a risk, isn't it? Because if you put it middle and leg, you could just fire it down the leg side for a wide. Wallalagi into Salt, and all he can do is defend this one that's fired in at his pads. This is not looking good for England.
Well, they're bowling well. They're certainly setting them a challenge. And England just have to get through it a little bit, but they also, can't let the whole power play go by for 35 runs.
Exactly. Wallalagi in again to Salt, who just waits for that, and much against his better nature, just eases it through mid-wicket for a single. England move on to 18. It's a real struggle at the moment.
Well, it can change very quickly.
It can indeed. It can indeed. And it will need to. For England's point of view. 18 for 1.
Well, England have got, not just this game, 3 games to get through to the semi-finals. Ooh, that should go.
That's dragged down. It's been absolutely pummeled, but it hasn't gone. It's hit it straight to Kamindu Mendis out there, who has misfielded at least twice before getting it in. But such was the power on the shot that wasn't really a great opportunity of coming back for a second, but he should have put that away, shouldn't he?
He certainly should.
Yeah.
England have got 3 games: Sri Lanka, Pakistan, and New Zealand, who had a no result yesterday. I'll come back to that.
Had a no start. That's
shot.
chopped away through the offside, beating that packed cover field. Salt unleashes, and that's the first 4 of the innings to go with 1-6. End of the year over 23 for 1.
Prefer me tortoise in a half shell, says Extra Fluffo.
That's a turtle.
A turtle. No, well, he's talking tortoises now.
Heroes in a half shell.
Ah. Is that as in Teenage Mutant Ninja ones?
Yes.
Tony says, Ishan Atwal of this parish, Ishan says, Tony looking at his phone like I look at the bill after a night out. Yes, with some horror. And stop the penguins, says Extra Fluffo.
Stop the march.
You can't stop the penguins.
Leah says, hello all. Dropped my uncle 6 feet travelling day today. I'm sorry to hear that, Leah. 365 day a year surfing in Ceylon, says Extra Fluffo.
Okay.
Can you call it Ceylon anymore?
No.
No, I didn't think so. Butler playing for the rain, says Zippy Tuna. Well, he is now because he's gone undercover.
Hey. Madhushanka continuing his third over. Bowls a Yorker up to Bethel, who bangs it up to mid-on, and then has to really scuttle through.
Yeah, but they get through. They do get through very comfortably. Anyway, what I was coming back to, the no result I think clears it up a little bit. It just means you need to win 2 out of your 3 games, and we are in the group of life. The 4 teams who are runners-up in the group stages because of the unique way this tournament is run.
The unique way.
Yeah, it's a bit like the BBC saying, because of the unique way we're funded, we can do whatever the fuck we like.
Madhushanka in bowls another slower ball, which is once more a full toss, and Salt can do nothing but get an edge to it all the way along the ground to the man just inside the circle.
There's no deception with Madhushanka. There's no change-ups. There's no rock, paper, scissors. He's just like, I'm bowling Yorkers. What are you going to do about it?
And a lot of them have been slower. Well, I say a lot of them. The last 2 have been a little bit slower. It's almost as if we're just not picking him.
A little bit. I mean, just step into that and whack it through cover, I'd have thought, but I'm not an international batsman.
You sure?
Yes.
I'm one in my dreams. Way outside the off stump, ends up thrashing at it one-handed, can't make contact.
But if your dreams are anything like mine, you're going out to bat for England, but you can't find your pads and your gloves are somewhere else. And
that is, it's just inside.
I think every batsman gets that dream.
Yeah, but actually, that equated it with real life for me, is because I just couldn't. The more pressure you're under to get your pads on, the harder it is.
Yeah.
To do them up.
You can always tell, as a spectator of cricket, certainly in county cricket, if a team's suddenly having a clatter and the batsman wasn't expecting to suddenly have to get his pads on.
You'd be surprised how often it happens when you're opening in recreational cricket, which I'll explain in a second.
Again, another accurate, slowish 76 miles an hour, and played defensively and watchfully by Salt into the covers.
So there was one game I was captain and opener, and as captain you have to do everything, and our fixtures secretary had thought he could get away with me giving me 2 different balls for the match, which you totally can't do. You can't say we're bowling this ball and you're bowling that one, tough luck. I don't know why he thought he'd get away with that. So I'm in the pavilion looking for a real ball at 2 minutes to 1.
Oh, he's edged that. Just short of the man on the circle.
He gambled.
He did gamble. He went for the catch, didn't make the catch, but also didn't make the stop. And it's run away for a very fortuitous boundary for England. Takes them to 28 for 1.
My innings going, great guns. I hit the ball, 4 runs. I hit the ball and it went for 4 runs.
It just strikes me he's just rolling the ball out with a little bit of off cut on it.
A little bit of in-swing, yeah.
And England are trying to put everything through mid-wicket, and therefore not really picking it that well. It's going off the outside edge quite a lot.
You need to make a choice. You can either not do socials now because Ishan's arrived, but he's going to do work from home because he's not feeling super.
Full again. This time he's got it through one-handed. It didn't convince me, the shot, but if you can do that one-handed, it's still pretty impressive. 4 more runs, 2 fours in a row. England needed that desperately. 32 for 1 off 5.
They did. I'll finish my story while you're changing over.
Right.
So
I'll go.
You'll go and Ishan. Can you let Ishan in and then change the screen then?
Yeah.
Cheers.
So it's 2 minutes to 1. I'm running around in the pavilion looking for the right match ball, and a guy thinks it's a good time to me. Oh, I want to talk to you about raffle tickets. And I wanted to say to him, look, mate, it's 2 minutes to 1. I'm in my pads, not walking out to open. Do you think this is a good time to talk to me about raffle tickets? Not surprisingly, I don't think I got many runs that day.
In the history of forever, there's never been a good time to talk about raffle tickets.
That's correct.
Well, 32 for 1.
You too, Forthy.
40?
Forthy, is it not Forthy?
No.
It's Al.
It's Al. It's
Sorry.
Ali.
You sound very similar and you're very dark.
Well, I can't really do too much about that, I'm afraid. We don't get too much sunlight up here.
You have these things called electric lights, which you can plug in and they provide light.
If I told you that it was on, would that help?
I wouldn't believe you.
Is going to be the bowler to Jacob Bethel. He has a slip, does Bethel. And then Bethel's got a top edge to it. It's taken at backward point. The second wicket has fallen. England have made a bit of a shocker of a start here. They've already lost Butler to a terrible, terrible shot. Bethel to one that wasn't much better. Well taken catch. And Sri Lanka are feeling top of the world, I would think, at the moment, because things are going their way.
Hey guys,
you silly little boy, what on earth were you playing at? Oh.
Sorry? Yeah.
Well, that's...
It's poor,
it goes back to the Nepal game, doesn't it? Tell you what, new bowler, let's not even see one. Let's just try and thrash it out the ground.
You're absolutely right.
His head was nowhere near it.
Yeah.
His head's already looking out towards cow when that takes the edge.
Yeah, it's been a hesitant start for England. They've stumbled their way a little bit through the groups. I mean, remember I always conscious that if you say no disrespect at the start of a sentence, you're about to disrespect whoever it is you're claiming not to. But I mean, Scotland and Italy, they didn't make it plain sailing or easy going by any manner of means, did they? Nepal, of course, they could barely have been run closer, who then immediately got absolutely smashed in their next game. All the right ingredients, however, not thrown together in the mixing bowl quite in the right way to make a tasty cake yet.
If you've got all the right ingredients, you blame the chef.
Well, yes, that would be very much the football analogy, and you do sense possibly. I mean, it's hard to see what they should do different. Rely more on spin, possibly, but you can't really mitigate against suddenly your best batsman, former captain, suddenly deciding to attempt a reverse sweep to a ball. You can't legislate for your most talented, arguably batsman in the shape of Bethel, not even having a single look, and a brand new bowler.
Well, you can legislate for it.
You can. You'd be a bat deeper.
Well, it's obviously either it's part of the Grand Master Plan, or if it's not part of the Grand Master Plan, then essentially you've got mutiny in the camp because your batsmen are deciding to go against what the Grand Master Plan is.
Yes, you're quite right. We should, by the way, say hello to Ishan, who's patiently just joined us there, who's going to be reading your social media messages. I think possibly come the end of the over. I'm assuming we're having a drinks break, aren't we?
I think we're having a drinks break. Yeah.
Somewhat early in the piece. So you might as well jump in. Tim Wilton Davis and our friend Mr. Windsor possibly is your point to leap in on.
All right.
Or whatever we call him now. We did consider shortening to just Oi You. Have you found it, or do you want us to keep nattering?
No, I found one. But he's talking about, can Andrew Mountbatten Windsor play cricket?
Well, who knows? He's got plenty of time on his hands, and he lives in a very flat country, so there should be plenty of... And by the way, Norfolk, I think, has a pretty decent
I think they've arrested him for the wrong crime.
Theekshana in onto the back foot goes Banton, who is the new man. We'll jingle him up in a minute. He pushes it to long on, and he takes a single. Here is Tom Banton.
Tom Banton is a Fortuitous player, and he'll go all the way. He's gonna do better than anyone you've seen before. This is the only way that he knows how to play. Oh, he's a little champion, Tom Banton.
Theekshana in again, the right armour slapped, but slapped straight to short extra. Frustration for Phil Salt, frustration for England. Dot ball.
I always have a certain bias when I watch Phil Salt play because he plays for RCB as well in the IPL. I did enjoy him playing last season, but then I don't know. It's just he hasn't gotten up to grips this tournament.
Well, he's 22 or 14, and he's hit the only boundaries. I'm one of two boundaries, but the sixth.
He's hit the only four.
That's a wide, says Adrian Holdstock. So Mahesh Sheethana was looking to deny him some space, but he ended up just sending it down leg, and just down leg is enough.
He's hit the only four.
T20s.
Butler's hit the only six.
Oh, well, I thought it was Salt that hit the only six. The only six was a gorgeous shot. Theekshana in, back foot slap, straight to mid-off, but they do take a single. Staged a few games, of course, in this competition. This has Pallekele, Candy. I'm just trying to see. 170 would be the average first innings score of the games played in this tournament so far. But you have to factor in the Oman factor, in that the highest score was Sri Lanka's in the first innings, who got 225. And then Oman got the lowest against Australia. So you've had big scores and low scores, really. But obviously, you have to qualify Oman a little bit. That's pushed along on. They take a single. So it's not a bad over. A wicket for Theekshana, 4 runs only from it. Well, England are going to be, unless they can launch something here, and Salt may be tempted to try whatever, under 40 in the
You'd
power play,
think-
and that's not
You think
great.
England would be more prepared for this exact situation, considering they played their series at Sri Lanka like not even a month ago?
Well, exactly, and not only just in Sri Lanka, at this ground for the three
At
T20s.
the-
Pulled away by Phil Salt on the bounce to the man at deep mid wicket. They should have come back for 2, or did they just take a single? We'll let you know. It's 37 for 2. It was just a single after the power play. That's not great for England at all. It's very good for Sri Lanka. Ishan.
Greystoke agrees because he says that he heard Andrew swings the ball both ways.
Ah, yes, he could well do.
Well, I guess everyone could learn from him a little bit. Let's see. Oh, Shooter's in the chat. It's a common dream. I think he was talking about you guys.
Couldn't find their pads.
About the dream of him being a batter. And Shooter's is like, that's a common dream similar to being naked dream.
Oh, yeah. So not only can you not find your pads, you're actually going out to bat. You're coming down the long room steps at Lord's, out through the white gates, and you've got no clothes on. That would be the ultimate nightmare, probably. It certainly would be for the crowd, but there we go. 37 for 2 after 6. Yes. Scarcely storming stuff. Not the highest scoring of grounds, perhaps. Hemantha in. Goodbye, Sam. Hello, Hemantha. And it starts with a nice dot ball, because all Phil Salt can do is lash it out to extra cover. So well bowled Dushan Hemantha. His leg breaks. He's bowling from the Hemantha end. So Hemantha from the Hemantha end. And turned into the onside and will take a single. So he's conceded his first run. It used to be, I think, the Hanangiria end or the Rilakanara end, but I like the Hemantha end. It's easy to say. Tom Banton does well traditionally against spin, played very well to rescue England, or at least steady England in that last game against Italy, as I recall. We have a short third man, a short fine leg, a backward point and a deep point. And that's tossed up a little bit by Hemantha onto the leg of Banton, who clips the ball to mid-on and will take a single, bringing Salt onto strike. Very much Al, the man England are looking to stay there here and start to accelerate for them, aren't they?
Which probably strikes fear into most England fans at this stage.
Well, that's a full toss, swept by Phil Salt. No fears for that one. Yes, he played across the line. Yes, it was in front of the stumps, but he timed it perfectly. It was a full toss, and it got probably what it deserved.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary,
Now, I was just looking at that number of 4s stat that flashed up. Am I right in thinking there's been way more 6s in this tournament than there have 4s?
Pass.
I think there have been. I'm pretty sure there have been.
An insane status, bro.
Well, I'm pretty. Well, that's the stat. Can someone confirm that for me? Who's listening? I'm pretty sure that is the case. Right, we do have a big gap on the leg side because there's a sort of a backward square and a deep mid wicket, both on the boundary, but they can be pierced as that one is steered by Salt.
Doesn't seem like they can judge the spin that easily.
The offside single.
They're not judging the spin properly. It's almost like the ball's coming to them and they're a bit like taken aback by how the ball that has come to them, and then they're like, how is it? They're kind of seeing like, okay, you know what, this is the ball I'm going to play right now, even though this is what I didn't plan.
Hemantha, this should be the last ball. 7 runs off it so far. That should be another one because it's out to deep extra. They thought about 2, they didn't take it. It means that over on leg spin has gone for 8. It's 45 for 2 England after 7, Ishan.
Well, Ruben Logan Nathan wants to start a debate, but I should say never mind. McCullum will be sweating for his job. McCullum will be sweating as his job will be in trouble if England doesn't qualify for the semi-final. Do you think?
Well, they've done the...
He seemed... I mean, to be perfectly honest, if you don't get sacked after the Ashes, what points does this make? Yeah.
That's true, but then how much of the blame do you think lies on the players?
I have been told by the way...
all the ingredients are there. That's what Tony's mindset is, that all the ingredients are there. So
yes, just not being mixed in the bowl right. There have been twice as many 4s as there have been 6s. I have been corrected.
Yeah, it seems a lot.
It did sound a bit weird. Right.
Yeah.
Chimera. So they're mixing it up. We've got pace onto the leg of Banton, who just nudges it to long on and jogs himself a single. So Chimera's come on to replace Theekshana from that Hanangilia end. England have
Could see
moved on
Salt
to
trying
46
to
for 2.
attack the ball a bit more now with the pace and everything. And plus, he seems a bit settled in already. I feel like he's already played 3 overs just all by himself. So, never know.
I just reminded of a phrase that I remember a New Zealand rugby coach talked about, that England were world champions of wasted talent.
Well, yeah, I think possibly a few countries could claim that. But in comes Chimera. The long old run up. It's full, muscled by Salt, but only out to long on again, and once more only a single. So the run rate not 6.5 for England. Slower pitches are their kryptonite, and they're struggling here to make a real impact.
It's 4 fielders inside the circle at this point, isn't it?
Yes, you can
Minimum.
move 2 out.
Aren't they all on the offside field? And he's bowling a leg stump line, and he's just basically turning around and going, "You won't beat the field. You won't beat the umbrella field on the leg side."
Yeah, I think that is his plan. Let's see if he does it again. No, that one is on the offside. Banton stands tall, but again, all he can do is stroke it out to deep cover and take a single. England are struggling like mad to penetrate, well, the field on and off side. If you missed it earlier, they've lost Butler quite early, and for not many, reverse sweeping a ball that never looked like it was there to be reverse swept, and he'd scratched around.
You think they're looking for a bit of stabilization after the slow start?
Well, possibly. I mean, they bat deep enough. They have also lost.
They haven't really missed out on many, though. I mean, the bowling has been quite
in
disciplined.
Comes Chimera. That's on leg again, proving Al's theory, and it will find the man at deep mid-wicket, so they do restrict it once more to just a single. The score ticks to 49 for 2, but the run rate drops slightly as England deal in singles off Chimera. 4 of them so far.
It's just that when the ball went out into the deep, I couldn't see. There was not a Sri Lankan fielder. Vast open space inside that 30-yard circle.
5 T20 games here in 2024, domestic ones, which was the last time they played domestic T20 cricket at Pallekele. 184 was the average first innings score, I think. That one was full. Has to hurry. Throw came in from long on. They've hit the stumps. I think he's got him. Sri Lanka think they have their man. It was definitely going to be close. It was Banton who dropped the bat, ran like crazy, but I think he's gone.
He knows. He's walking off.
He's walking. I think he was well short. As a very lively throw indeed.
Well, they're saying it to wicket, so I'm assuming the umpire's given it.
Yeah.
He did. He just grazed the bails enough to make the bails leap up. Barely disturbed the stumps, but the bails seemed to fly high into the air, those zing bails flashing, and it was a flashing that England didn't want to see. Certainly Tom Banton didn't want to see. He's gone for 6 off 7. He's been run out by Dasan Shanaka. And England are 49 for 3, and you can win all the friendly games you like on a ground. But when push comes to shove and you're playing in the tournament, it's a different game, and Sri Lanka have definitely upped theirs here.
Oh, here comes the Scarecrow.
It is the Scarecrow. Why are we calling him the Scarecrow?
If he only had a brain.
Very good.
Wonder if he got one for his birthday.
Well,
27 today.
He's going to have to play he is 27 today, you're absolutely right. Going to have to play a captain's knock, isn't he? 49 for 3 with nearly 8 overs complete with just 1 ball left.
Nice to see. I think there are people in the comments who are still a bit hopeful.
So
Did we have comedy run out on our bingo card today?
I'm not sure it was a comedy run out. It was a legitimate run, really. Banton. It was just a terrific piece of fielding.
Yeah,
It's come to him. It's come to him at the perfect height. I mean, the catch, transfer, and release from the fielder is first class.
Well,
First
it
class.
certainly was. 27, as you say, a birthday present for Harry Brook would be A, a win, and B, a big score for himself. I'm just having
Self-awareness.
Some self-awareness might also be good.
Not throwing your teammates under the bus.
Not getting beaten up by nightclub bouncers. Which that might be an overstatement. I mean, there was a striking involved, but we don't know to what extent. 49 for 3.
Maybe the chance to reflect and to grow.
Yeah. You sound like a disappointed parent here. What's he got so far in this tournament? I'll tell you in just a moment. If you will wait for this delivery. Chamira in! And it's a swing. Well, Kusu-Mendis rather, thinks he might. It was a swing and a miss. Came off the arm, and I think he's safe enough. It's 49 for 3 after 8. Before we go to Ishan, 53 he got against Nepal, 17 against the West Indies, 4 against Scotland, and 14 against Italy. So since that Nepal game, not much. Ishan.
Well, we got a request for Al to pull his curtain because it doesn't look good on camera. So if you can do that.
Ishan, I can. Yes, sorry, Ishan. A request for.
Just that we got a request to pull your curtains because it doesn't look that well on camera.
Fine, I'll sort out the internals.
Well, that sounds a bit like someone doesn't like the look of your garden, Al, which is a bit harsh.
Well,
I'm sure it's perfectly lovely. We're now.
That's as much as you're getting, I'm afraid.
We are now watching
That's
the most
much
exciting viewing on radio you will ever get. Al pulling his curtains.
Yeah. Hello,
Got
curtains.
lucky with the Hunter Street wheelie bins versus the Met headquarters.
49 for 3 after 8 is not what the doctor ordered for England. Tom Curran sits waiting, thinking, oh no, not again. And that's again going to be just a single. England's captain Harry Brook will keep the strike, though. He's just nudged it to mid-on. It's the end of the over, Ishan.
No, it's the first ball.
Oh, it's the first ball next over.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Losing the plot because we're watching Banton again. I think the run was there. It was just an extraordinarily good piece of fielding. Hamantha in, slightly over pitched, worked away to legs, straight along the ground to the fielder though, and a single taken again.
So what do we think? What's your prediction for England's innings total then at the rate we're going here?
150 might not be all that bad.
Honestly, I was going to give you 150 as well, but I feel like if England is just crumbling, then I might say anything around 130.
Weren't Australia about 104 without loss and then had an absolute clatter of wickets? That's a sweep. Well, it's a reverse sweep. Well, I think Dasan Shanaka's going. I think we might have that. I thought he just played that straight into the ground, Harry Brook, who's completely unconcerned.
That did look like it.
Yeah,
maybe
it was a reverse sweep. Bottom edge into the ground, and yes, Dasan Shanaka's getting himself all in a lather about precisely nothing, I think, there.
Well, it's great awareness. It's great awareness by the slip field. Then.
Let's have a look. Yeah, I mean, it was a reverse sweep from Harry Brook. Bonked straight into the ground. Yes, it bounced up. Yes, it was brilliantly taken at slip. No one is denying that. Possibly slip didn't know, but anyone else could have told you it was no wicket. And that was again straight to long. He's going to have to hurry this time. They desperate to do something. So England turn and came back for 2 as that went down to long off. Or did they turn back? Did they not run it?
I think they took 2.
Oh, I thought they took 2.
Why are they saying?
They put that. I have literally no idea what they're saying.
Is that 2 plus 4 overthrows?
Yeah, 4 overthrows.
Ah,
2.
Yes, so they did take 2. The throw came in. It beat.
It's not hit Salt though, was it?
Both Dulshan. It misses.
I'll
Salt.
tell you what, Salt is out by a mile if that hits.
He would have been out. He nearly ducked his head into it. But then the ball has gone for 4 overthrows, and England have engineered through a complete fortune 6 runs and moved the score on to 57 for 3. The one thing we can tell you is the cameraman had literally no idea what was happening, and the only way we knew was that he'd suddenly put 6 on the caption. Right, nudged to long on, single taken again, normal service resumed off the steady Hamantha. Not Samantha.
Yeah, this is why there's no pictures in scorebooks, is there?
Well, there's no because there's a Sri Lankan cameraman somewhere who's supposed to be doing them. Is that what it is?
No, it's just a sense of like. So how did that ball go
Hamantha
for 6?
thrown up. Oh, Hendo's in a slight panic if you heard the scream of anguish in the background.
Yeah, we can hear it.
It will drop well short of backward point. They take another single.
I think his inner monologue is broken.
59 for 3 is the not very encouraging picture for England. Ishan, can you give us some more encouraging messages?
Well, I think Suitors said that it's always winnable until it's been lost.
It's good.
Well,
yes, spoken like a Scotsman.
You kind of need that mentality.
Has he raised the rugby yet? I'm sure he will at some point. We'll go. No, that
how is the Calcutta Cup? Is it all right? Is it all right, Suter?
Being well looked after. They was it Scotland though struggled yesterday against the Welsh.
Yes.
Welsh suddenly, and while England are losing the plot, as they are here, it's all rather worrying. Weller lager. He drinks a cider drink and Weller lager drink. And,
by the way, for the person asking if we are covering the India-South Africa game, we are.
If that's the one today, we certainly are.
Yes,
it's a Gorilla doubleheader. It's a World T20 doubleheader. And that one's nudged into the onside
2
by Phil Salt. They should come back for 2. That was well run. Indeed. That gives me a chance to quickly ask, very quickly, that the way we're able to do this, we are funded almost entirely by the goodwill and patronage through Patreon of wonderful people who get special benefits for becoming a Gorilla Patreon. It helps to keep us keeping cricket global and free across the internet. It's for the good of the game. That one's just defended by Phil Salt back to Weller Lager. Patreon.com/Gorilla Cricket would be one way you can do it. You can go to our website and the first thing you will see is information about Patreon. There are different levels. You can be on our glory roll on our YouTube screen. Forward comes Salt, but again just steers it to long off, just a single. Very thoughtful looking Joss Butler. Very less than happy looking Joss Butler, might want to say. 62 for 3. You can become a studio member. You can actually join us in the studio. You get our free our podcast way before anyone else gets it. The Bishop and Bear. There's other written content. There's merchandise. There's a lot of reasons that keep us on air doing what we do, and free and global, so that the game of cricket can be promoted everywhere. And we do it. So please consider helping us. Down the track comes Harry Brook. Driven beautifully, 1 bounce over the fence, 4 runs. That's a little bit more like it, and some conspicuous use of the feet.
1 and 2
from Brook,
and 3 and 4.
That was better. That was more like it, Al, wasn't it?
Certainly was. By the time anybody picked up where the ball was, it was already thudding into the advertising hoarding.
Do you think they've just gone out onto the streets of Kandy and gone, oh, there's a chap there who looks ridiculously like Jeff Lynne, Sri Lankan version. Nudged into the onside. Take 1, they're going to take 2, they're going to hurry, and they'd make that as well. So certainly the running between wickets has improved as England desperately try and haul this up to a score that they might feel is defendable.
All right, we're going to have a change in it.
We are. Andy, resplendent in his cap, is ready to join us. I'm taking a wee break. It's 68 for 3. It's the last ball of the 10th over. Weller Lager tosses it up. There's a huge shout given.
Oh no!
Well, I think Harry Brook's gone there. It's been given by umpire Holdstock.
He's going to review it. He's going to look through the square window, and it's umpire's call on leg stump.
Well, because it was Salt who asked him to take the review. He was talking about it going a bit outside, like, no.
You do sense.
He's just missed a straight one, hasn't he?
Well,
it hasn't turned, and he's just missed it.
I completely agree with you. It was on leg. Let's have a look. The impact, to me, does miss it. Nitin Menon.
Well, he's not edged it. Let's put it that way. He's trying to hide his back behind his pad.
The knee is bent and it thumps the knee roll. To me, it looks smack in front of leg.
You can see off stump.
Yeah. Let's have a look. Where does it pitch?
Remember, he's been given out.
In line, impact in line. Umpire's call, and the umpire was Adrian Holdstock, who had already given it. So I'm afraid England's captain has gone.
Only had a brain.
68 for 4. 10 overs complete. Send up the current sign into the sky, a bit like the bat signal, because somebody has got to rescue England.
Right, well, they're changing. Ishan, do you want to read a couple of messages?
We'll figure this out until we get switched over. But England are in the soup, 68 for 4.
Right, I'm off to watch the women's half pipe.
And this is going to need someone, whether it's Phil Salt or Sam Curran or Will Jack, to rescue this innings. Or England will be faced with having to win their remaining 2 games to make the semi-finals. Anyway, in comes the current signal has been sent up, and he has responded, at least by coming out to the wicket.
Is he a batter or bowler? Sam Curran. What's his distinguishing feature? Sam Curran. His dad's from Zimbabwe.
It's on up with
Sam Curran. And he's beloved by Liz Yates. Sam Curran.
So you can stay with us a little bit, Al, I think, until as and when Arnav gets here.
He's not present currently.
Is he not in the green room?
Marked as absent. No, he's remote today, I think. It was an umpire's call, but it was quite a chunky umpire's call. It's not one of those that clips the stumps and you can feel a bit unlucky. I mean, it really did look out.
He's going to slap into leg stump.
Yeah, I mean, some of them. Look, I'm not saying Hawkeye's wrong or anything, but some of them that hit in the same place look more out than others. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's all about the proportion of the ball that's going to hit the stump.
I mean, literally, all it's saying umpire's call is that from front on, less than 50% of the ball is hitting. But that looked like it was going to, like you said, it was a significant
48%.
hit.
Yes,
52-48.
52-48, which, as we know, is absolutely binding. But why shouldn't it be? Right, Salt is on. Himantha is maybe the one bowler they can target. Salt's hit that up towards long off, and he wasn't very far away from it. The fielder running across couldn't quite get there. Salt had got that just wide enough, and his heart will have been in his mouth there, as was probably the heart of many England fans, because if Salt goes now, they could really be in trouble.
But that's actually quite well
placed. I think he would have liked a bit more leeway there.
Yeah, he was. You could see him turn the bat very slightly and to get it wide of the man at long on off. But possibly a little bit too close than he planned.
He's gone for the sweep off that one. He swept it hard. He has not found the gap. That'll just be a single. And we were talking in the green room about cricket injuries of our time, which were almost exclusively
self-inflicted.
Self-inflicted when running between the wickets, or simply being hit in the head by beamers while batting.
I have another one, which is painful and funny. Not for me, but for everybody else.
Tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Yes. Well, playing at West End, which is a lovely ground. And the ball...
Curran goes back, dabs it into the offside. It's going to go to point for no run.
Fielding at square leg, the guys turned it round quite punchily, and it's hit the wicket end and bounced up into
one of those.
Yes, into the unmentionables.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and everybody else has
everybody
else
about
laughing.
Laughed. Yeah, that one's clipped into the wide open spaces of the leg side by Curran. One of the worst I had, just batting, and I pulled a calf muscle, and it felt exactly like someone had thrown a ball into the back of my leg, and I almost wheeled round and go, "Who did that?" It was actually just me pulling a calf muscle.
No. Initially I thought I'm fine. And then 5 seconds later, the pain hit.
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard that your Achilles goes in with much the same feeling.
Well, thankfully it wasn't the Achilles. That would have been worse. Now, Salt has tipped that into the onside, and he's going to get back for 2. England have had they've had a run out, quite frankly, and they've had 1 or 2 more scares. Apart from that, the Bear would be tapping his phone, betting on run-outs if he was here right now. Perhaps that's what he's doing at home.
That was actually really well judged by Salt. He put enough weight into that. Here is Ishan. Not yet, Arnav. There's just enough weight to be far enough from the boundary fielder to make 2 relatively comfortable.
Yes, that's the art of it. So we'll switch over at the end of the over, which is 1 more ball.
Well,
Phil Salt's highest score of the T20 World Cup so far, 44 not out, and England are going to need him to keep going, which of course doesn't mean slow down. So score runs and don't get out. There are a million ways of saying that.
Yeah.
He punches that up to long off for a single. It's the end of the over. It's 77 for 4.
Right. See you in a few overs.
Yep.
He's not exactly moving quickly, so I shall do some socials. Lockie Sex says it's willfully shit bastards.
I don't think it's willful.
Zippy says the T20 team is batting more sensibly than the Test team is actually going to drive me insane at the moment.
Well, not for now, because they're not playing for ages.
Tim Walton says Mandelson is better at spin. Yes, he's the Prince of Darkness of spin.
Who is, sorry? Oh, Mandelson.
Yes. The various talks about the various Epstein associated personnel.
Yeah, some more closely associated than others.
There's no talk about the one that's quite closely associated, the American one.
Which one?
The President of the United States.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough.
Ruban Loganathan says McCullum will be sweating as his job will be if England don't qualify for the semi-final. Well, as we were talking in the semi-final, you said they need to win 2 games, which I think is about right, now that they've had no results.
Definitely. Well, we'll see what happens. I mean, people saying wasn't he sacked off after the Ashes? Honestly, I think 1-4 is probably ahead of expectation.
Although I suppose you could possibly have a situation where there are 2 wins and 2 teams with 2 wins and no result, which would put us 3rd if we won.
No, you couldn't. If they win 2 games, they go through. Now there's been a no result. It's literally impossible. I'll give you a zillion to 1.
Do you have your 3rd person there?
I thought we did. Is someone letting him in?
No, he's
not.
Oh,
he's here. Oh, come
here.
in. Yeah. I thought he was in the green on Zoom.
No. Arnav was meant to be here, but is less than well.
Salt hoiks that one past shortish long leg, which is a mid leg, I suppose.
Is that Nisanka down there?
I think so. And the boundary man gets around, and we are joined by
Arnav.
Good to meet you.
Hiya.
And can you give us a little bit of background about yourself? What's your story with cricket?
Oh, well, I played cricket only for a year, like proper cricket, when I was 7 years old. Just been watching and enjoying it as a spectator since.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
And actually had the fielder's shoe come off there. Needing a bit of emergency repair. Cut by Salt. He does seem to be seeing the ball quite well now. That is out to deep point, and he'll get back for a single. Now England 80 for 4 in the 12th over. I think the great
double that.
Well, it's double that. There's a bit more subtlety. I think England have to work out exactly what they're targeting here. And I would suggest 165, 170. What do you think?
It's all about wickets in hand, I think.
Is it? I mean, I think to be fair, it is now because they've only got 1 more specialist batsman. I mean, Overton can hit a ball, but isn't going to go solidly at 140.
He's a good associate foil.
Yeah, that one is into the pads from Tikshana, and Curran has half a bat on it. Back to him. It was a quicker ball, 60 miles an hour.
Loads of Curran balls from Tikshana to a left-hander.
Yep. See if Curran can deal with it. He manages to sort of keep himself in this team like some kind of barnacle. Clips that one up to long on. They'll get an easy single.
Again, Curran is one of those players who, doesn't necessarily start off going bang bang all the time. He does work his way into an innings on occasions. Plays within himself for maybe 10 balls.
Yeah, well, you've got to be flexible. You've got to play according to the situation, and England, can't go completely gung-ho at this point.
He's got the alleged finisher's role.
Yep, as that's definitely out of the front of the hand, and Salt punches it up to long off for another single.
49 off 35. That's
we were
much better.
We were promised a full crowd. That doesn't look particularly full to me. A few spaces on that
Have
bank.
the kids not turned up? The ones with the free tickets that annoy so many people who paid 3,000.
I should think it does.
3,000 whatevers to get in.
Curran back on strike last ball of the over, and he pushes that one up to long off. So 6 off the over, bit of a holding pattern. 83 for 4. What have we got on social media?
So Avik Chak says, chat, what do we reckon is the winning total here? To which Shining Knight has replied 160 to 170. Isn't that what you were saying previously?
I'm not sure it would
Somewhere
be
in
a
that
winning
region.
total. I think it should be.
It's a par score,
Yes.
I think.
Yeah.
I think it depends on how long these two last, because if Salt goes, then I think it's a tough ask for England.
Yep.
Because there's no one else to really, put the foot on the accelerator and go forward.
Well, they've got
can.
jacks, but then you're just 1 wicket away. That's the problem.
Exactly. The middle order, I think all 4 of them made single-digit scores. Not too impressive. Maybe Brook made like 14.
Brook made 14, 15, yeah. Okay, well, Hamantha has a little bit been the target so far. He's bowled 3 overs, none for 27.
Is this a case of getting his over out the way?
I think it might be.
Looks like it.
It might speak to the fact that they don't really have anyone else to bowl that extra one. He tosses it up, and it's defended by Curran. No run.
Just not quite there for the big power heave to the leg side, I don't think.
Yeah, empty seats there as well. Quite a few.
Maybe the ICC have done the same thing as the Football World Cup and overpriced them.
Well, it's always possible. That one's played into the up to long on. Criminal, some of those prices still, if they think people will pay them.
Is that the other ground?
No, that's earlier
No,
today
it's
by the
here.
look of it. They had the whole ground covered. There is, some rain in the air supposedly. There's a sort of threatening shot of the ground staff as if they're about to spring into action at any moment. I really can't see why, because there's still bright sunshine. That one's played out to deep square leg for a single. That's 50 for Phil Salt. He is certainly, without him, England would be deep at the bottom of the vat of soup. Milestones.
He's been much in form.
50 runs, you're 50 runs. Well done, well done, well done, well done. 50 runs, you're 50 runs. The job is only just begun.
He's whacked that one, Curran. He's had enough of a look, and he's put that one into a marquee somewhere over mid-wicket.
That's been into the confectionery shop and out again.
Yep, because that's one of these. It's pretty much in the slot, and he took full advantage.
I mean, that was what he threatened to do with the other ball that he just nudged for, doctored for a defensive shot, but that one was maybe 6 inches to a foot further up.
Yep.
And in the right area.
He picked the right ball and executed that perfectly. Fair play. Imantha now with 2 balls to go is just trying to hope to get out of this over without too much more damage. Here he is. He can get away with that one. It's pushed up to long off for a single.
6 and 1. He used to hate that as a bowler.
Well, it's better than a 6 and a 6.
It is better than a 6 and 6, but you don't get any chance for any comeback then.
Don't take it so personally. Just try and bowl the next ball.
Have you ever known a bowler not to take it personally?
Well, that's true, yeah. Here comes Dilshan, who will be trying not to take anything personally. Is whacked by Salt, and that might get through for 4 as well. Is it in the gap? No. Fielder is around, but they will pick up 2. So that's a good over for England. I think they got
10, I think.
11 off that one, maybe, yes. 94 for 4 with 7 overs to go.
We've got a super chat. Let's jingle him up.
Let's do that, yeah.
YouTube Prime Super Chat. No shipping unlike the bucket hat.
Jay Grover says, I don't know out about gambling, but I'm not sure a zillion to one bet could ever be wise. And it's a super chat for £5.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you, Jay. I hope you're looking forward to the Sheffield derby today. If I remember correctly, you're Sheffield United, so you'll be expecting an 8-0 win or something. I wouldn't be surprised.
Shining Knight says, didn't Karan save the game against Nepal?
Quite possibly,
yes, he did.
yeah.
100%. That was that was some lovely bowling at the death.
It is quite strange with Curran how rubbish he bowled for his first 2 overs. And then when the pressure's on,
I think
suddenly they turn into block hole balls every ball.
First impressions count so much. I remember when he was tearing up Test cricket, and I kept saying this is never going to last, and it didn't. Not in Test cricket. You could just tell
he's not quick enough
for
Test
pop
cricket.
gun. Yeah.
No, the white ball cricket is a completely different argument because people have to attack you more.
Sure, of course. Right, Chimera is going to continue. I can feel this is a crucial stage of this innings. Next couple of overs, if England can pick up 16-18 without another wicket, they'll feel a lot happier. He's short, has a bit of a swish at it. Curran misses it.
No footwork.
No footwork, yep.
Just planted, limp it light into the crease.
And he had to reach out quite a way for that one. You know, it does help get your foot somewhat towards the ball when it's as wide as that. Not saying it was a wide, it wasn't.
It's that good nagging line just outside off stump, which makes you have to stretch or move your feet. And play away from your eye line.
Yep. Right, let's see if he can make amends with this one. I think over extra cover is the free area you've got to hit. And that could go there, or he could go up towards long on now. Has he got enough of that one? I think he has not. Classic use of not there. Curran winces and agrees that he did not get enough of that one. It was comfortably caught 3 yards in from the boundary. And sadly for him, that is another wicket. What do we got?
I think he was
got a little bit underneath it.
Yeah, he's trying to pull it a little bit further round, I think, as well. And it just got off the outside half of the bat and went straighter than he wanted to.
Well, I did say as the ball was running in that extra cover seemed to be the area to hit it, and the ball was outside off stump, and Curran didn't agree. He thought long on, and it didn't work out.
That's his batting arc, I think, more than anything else.
Yeah, you can still hit the ball where it is sometimes, though. Any thoughts about that on social media?
Not really.
Possibly not percolated through yet.
Arbitrary discussions going on as now.
As usual, yep.
Well, that makes it harder for England now.
It does. It sort of means.
Salt can't go.
I think you should go anyway. But I'm quite in the minority in that viewpoint. I think of it because if you go slow for 3 overs, then you're guaranteed 3 overs slow. If you go for it anyway, then you might get all the way through. But I think you have enough batting to sort of score at 7 or 8 and over for the rest of the innings, even if Salt gets out.
Well, I'm going to bring a tactical point in. The fact that Bethel can't bowl means they've only got 3 spinners.
And Jack's been getting pumped in this tournament.
Which means you're going to have to bowl at least 8 overs apace.
Yeah.
So, yes, on that argument, we need more runs, potentially.
Yeah. And you can make that argument, and yet, if you get out trying to play a shot, people will not realise these second-order effects and just go, you're an idiot.
Yeah, the law of unintended consequences.
Something like that. Anyway, I expect we're having some kind of drinks break here.
Yeah.
Out will come a man who looks like he was told, we're all doing Romania 98, we're all going to dye our hair, it's going to be brilliant. And then he was the only one who did it, and they all laughed at him. Which I wouldn't be surprised if that's what happened.
It happened overnight, basically, because he was his usual dark-haired, slightly swarthy designer beard, and now he's got very blonde peroxide on top and still designer beard.
Well, which
is a look.
One of our players, Super John Varane, was just out for injury with a month, and he came back completely bald with a Moeen Ali beard. I couldn't work out who it was on the highlights.
Oh, well, nothing wrong with a Moeen Ali beard.
Nothing wrong with a Moeen Ali beard.
Just balled on
it
top.
just looked a bit odd. It's an odd look for a footballer. Obviously, it's not quite mowing alley in a month. I do exaggerate for comic effect. Looks a lot like Sandro. Remember him? He was bald, but he had quite a fulsome beard.
No, football's not quite my
no, fair enough.
game. Although the football part of my football supporting went well yesterday. Just the
even though you couldn't even tell me who your club's manager was, and you let me get it wrong. Will Jacks it is, who's got his helmet to cover up his embarrassing hair. And he's going to face up to Chimera. Pumped up a little bit by that wicket. It's another Yorker, and Jacks digs it out to extra cover. Well bowled.
Good Yorker. A little bit of tail in there.
Little bit. Just followed him in a little bit. Does that one come out, kind of, looking at the current wicket, that come out the side of the bowler's hand a little bit?
It's not quite a knuckleball, but it's a...
No, some kind of slider.
But it's a what do they call it? The wobble.
I'm sure he'll have a name for it.
Yes.
I remember
Shane Warne style.
Yeah, I remember a guy.
I've got a new delivery for you.
Wasn't even a cricketer. I mean, lovely fella, and in fact, I'll tell you what, he was one of the best catchers I ever saw. But coming back to that, steps away, Jacks plays it out to deep point for a single. If the ball's in the air to him, he was never ever going to drop it. But he wasn't really a cricketer, and he wasn't even a bowler. He was a batsman mostly. So he's bowling in this Sunday second team game just for a laugh, and he gets to go out and he goes, that was my lifter. And we always used to talk about Eric's lifter. Well, a little graphic has come up showing that this is quite a familiar position for England in this tournament, although not quite as bad as 95 for 5. They really haven't had a platform, 120 for 2 platform in any of their innings so far.
Like they named the positions: the launch phase, the consolidate phase, the slap phase.
Is there? I see on my 50-50 as to whether the slap phase is real or you just made it up. Oh, that goes straight through the fielder. Talking about Sunday second team, very disappointed with that one, as Kamindu doesn't form the long barrier. I know international cricketers aren't supposed to do that, but if he had, it wouldn't have been 4.
But if he also employed the Bob Willis big boot, he'd have stopped that one as well.
Well, also not what you like to see, but it went through a big gap between his legs. It just bobbled a little bit, but you're supposed to be able to deal with that.
And the
bonus runs for Phil Salt and England.
The cheery Chimera, all he does is just grin, because there's not a lot he can do to say about that.
Like 1% of bowlers. I mean, good luck to him. That's hoiked away by Salt. It's down. It's gone for 6 somehow. He really just jabbed a bat at that, but it sort of flew off down to long leg. Did you see the one the other day where the guy tries to leave the ball and it goes for 6?
Yeah.
It
hit the toe
pulled his bat away and he just
yeah.
hit the toe of the bat so perfectly, it just flew away for 6. It was a little bit like that.
Yeah,
perhaps a fortuitous 10 runs for England, which might be a big help at the end of it. What's social media got to say about this?
Well, Daniel Corbin says England need a batter to come in and cut loose or they will lose the game.
Possibly,
yes, absolutely. Yeah. Looks like it as of now. Shining Knight agrees with him, saying that one more batsman in England are well and truly in trouble.
Well, I wouldn't disagree with any of that.
Well, Shining Knight has a question. Why aren't international cricketers not supposed to form the barrier?
Well,
because
the first
thing I learned about
it takes too much time.
It's too slow. Yeah. Expected to be able to pick the ball up without, having to take these defensive measures.
You're supposed to be an effing sportsman, as Bear would say.
Well, that's probably fair. Wellalaga, who certainly is an effing sportsman, he's got 2 for 25 off 3 overs. That's another single up to long off from Salt.
Which is the famous sledge I got in America, watching one very portly slugger in sort of Cactus League.
Oh, I'm not sure he's got enough of that one. No, he has not. That's the end of Salt. It was the same kind of shot he played right at the start of his innings. Somehow he just didn't quite get the pace of that one. The bowler might have held it back just a little bit. He was certainly early on the shot. He also pulled out of it a little bit. So a very good innings from Salt. I don't like to slate people the way they get out after they've scored 62 off 40. You will be disappointed with it, but honestly, without him, this game would be lost already.
Yeah. Nice bowling by Weller. He took the pace off that one. It took age to get to Salt. He was sitting there thinking, I've got to smack this. No, we're running out of balls, and
I just think
didn't
he
get anything through it.
He thought the ball was there for the shot, and he was mistaken.
Just 48 miles per hour, that ball.
Yeah. Nice bit of live bass on that one.
Yeah.
The most classic of all bass lines. So England are now really in trouble. 106 for 6 now. Now. You see, I would say Jacks should try and score quickly because it's their only chance of getting to 150. Everybody else is going to say, just tap it around and get to 145.
Interesting that they deployed the Dawson rather than deploying the Overton. Presumably because Overton is expected to bat for 5 overs or fewer.
Yes, that is quite interesting.
And Dawson can hold a bat up, and
it's
it's a better long form batsman than.
But again, it speaks to what I'm saying. I'd have said throw Overton in and let him swing, but no one else would. Dawson plays that one back to the bowler. It's almost like, we can't lose any more wickets or we'll have to slow down. So we're going to definitely slow down instead. Clean enough hit from Salt. Well, actually it wasn't. That was the problem. Hit through the line, but just didn't get enough of it. Defend. I'm not sure you should be defending.
That's about as playing in as you can allow, really.
Almost settling for 145. I think, well, if we stay in, we can have a bash in the last 2 overs. Well, why not have 2 overs of a bash now? Because then you'll definitely.
And he's hit another man.
Then you'll definitely get the bash. And you'll have some more bashing you can do. But that one is played into the covers and there's no run. This innings is subsiding and Salt's almost doing a Bannerman. He's got 62 of the 106 runs. That one's to backward point. Of course the fielders are all up for it now. That's banged back into the keeper, who knocks a stump over because wicket keepers. That's 15 overs. We're going to have a change in the weather. Who's doing what?
It's me.
It's you.
It's you.
And
it's me. Doing socials, and I think it's one of the 2 people currently languishing in the green room.
It must be one of the 2 people languishing in the green room.
It's Andy. Tell Andy to stay where he is.
Andy, apparently it's you. You're just changing roles. Oh.
Andy's just gone. It's 106 for 6 with 5 overs left to go. Dawson and Jacks have got to try and wrest this momentum away, and it is going to be difficult. It's going to be Theekshana. He's going to bowl this next over. Figures of 1 for 11. Jacks goes back in his crease, plays that out. It's deep cover. There'll be a single.
Well, I'm back because Hendo and Tony are doing very convincing impressions of sloths on the branch of a tree.
you are on the rotor, Andy.
I am, but I did say, I've just done one. You could come in, but they just went there, which is probably, we're spared the wrath of Hendo at least for the moment. But don't worry, we'll get there eventually.
He's just building up a full head of steam for the first.
He's exactly the magma is boiling underneath.
Yeah, it's best to distill it. Dawson goes back across his crease, plays the ball again out onto the offside field. Singles, but singles won't do, gents.
That's what I think. I think a lot of other people will go, well, just get singles and then you can hit a 6 in the 19th over. I don't think that's good enough.
Nope.
Look at a very pensive Harry Brook watching the England team subside under his captaincy.
Well, does a captain do a lot in this format?
Played defensively by Jacks, fielded by the bowler, moving to his right. There'll be no run.
It's so micromanaged by the coaches, for better or worse. I mean, it's not the captain deciding Dawson comes in ahead of Overton, is it? It's the coach.
Well,
it's a stats man.
That one is back of a length. Jacks goes back to the deep, but again, only a single, the 3rd single in 4 deliveries. as Malinga, part of the Sri Lankan Brains Trust, is passing on his messages. 109 for 6, 2 balls left in the 16th over.
Theekshan is getting a very easy ride here at the moment.
He is, yeah.
This one in, more on the legs. Dawson taps to mid-wicket. Is there 2 there?
Nope.
Jacks turns Dawson too slow, I'm afraid. That ball, good throw into the stumps, means that it's just a 4th single, 1 ball left to go.
I'd argue there's never 2 there, and Dawson knew it as soon as he hit it, which is why he ambled to the other end.
Well, maybe, and I know fielders should be on it all the time, but obviously there's a little bit of extra spring in your step when you're on top. It's human nature.
Yep. Theekshana in.
It's a good
that
shot.
One is thrashed by Jacks over
That's
extra
what they
cover.
need.
And that will go 1 bounce into the sponge. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Partial victory there, then for 8 off the over.
They can't go into their shells here.
Yeah.
Nope.
Daniel Corbin said, England need a batter to come in and cut loose or they will lose the game. Well, I think...
Well...
Drago says, even at my most self-destructive and aggressive, I've never tried to start a fight with a horse.
Like a Newcastle fan.
Or Roberto
and
Duran.
And Lockie says, an aggressive Grover strikes fear into my bones.
Yep.
As he does everybody's bones.
Well, you can see the problem with this innings on the scorecard. Brooke is the second top scorer with 14.
Yep.
And Lockie says, salt, you pillar.
I don't mind that, actually, yeah. A little bit of...
Tim Wilson says, that makes me salty.
Yeah, but again, you can't...
You can't
you do.
The person who's out for 62 is
I saw it in selection meetings time and time again. The guy who scored all the runs, it's terrible the way he got out. The guy who nicks off at slip for 2, he got a good ball.
Yeah.
Did the guy who got 60 not get any good balls that he didn't get out to?
Plenty.
3 deep fielders on the offside. 2 in cow corner.
Yep. Again, no subtlety about that. Sorry, Al.
Chimera sees Dawson coming and bowls, as he has done, a wide Yorker length delivery, which Dawson, having given himself room, cannot hit.
Well, he did.
There's no subtlety, no deception. We put the field out on the offside. I'm bowling left arm over. I'm just going to bowl it across you as close to the wide line as I can.
Yeah, and if you go across the line, that's where the other 2 deep fielders are.
Well, if you go across the line, you big chance to go straight up in the air.
Well, yes, yeah.
So maybe a step towards off stump rather than a step away to leg stump might be in order.
He's done that, actually.
And it is wide outside off stump, and that will be just short of one of those 3 deep offside fielders, and there'll be a single.
Well, they probably feel that Dawson isn't going to take them over extra cover for 6. Jacks might be a different matter.
The way Dawson hits the ball, I think he's hoping for the very fine outside edge that beats the third man on the finer edge side.
Deep cover, deep point, deep backward point. Those fielders remain.
But Sri Lanka,
there's a square leg, deep mid wicket.
Well, obviously you have 5 men on the boundary wherever. Yeah. But Sri Lanka are in a position where they can give up 8 and over and they're happy. 150.
Chimera with a Bob Willis-esque run-up coming, and Jacks tries to go towards extra cover, and whereas Dawson could not, Jacks can, and that area is vacant and gone for 4.
Just four.
Well, this is the advantage of having this depth and having a batsman who who's comfortable opening and batting 3 at 7. He's not just a bits and pieces contributor. He's a proper batsman at 7, and that can make a difference.
That is a shot with a high degree of difficulty as well, Andy, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just a thrash, is it?
It's a very good baseball
on
shot.
that line.
It's a very good baseball shot with a cricket bat.
Yeah, why not? That's what you need sometimes.
So Chimera in.
That's wide.
This one again is slanting across, too much slant.
Yep.
And as umpire Andy has already indicated, a wide. Scores at 120. 120 for 6.
Well, if Jacks can get them to 160, I still think they've got some chance.
It all depends then on how well they spin.
Yep.
And actually, I'll flip that. It's how well their pace bowlers don't get hit.
But again, this kind of situation, teams are very, very quick to sort of make sure they've got 10% of a chance instead of going for 30% of a chance.
Jacks has taken another wide delivery outside the off stump down towards long on single as the ball comes in with good speed. And the score moves to 121 for 6.
There's a man being deafened by an entire brass section.
Yeah.
All pointing at him.
Yeah.
That is Sri Lankan Ultra.
Yeah. How did you get that trombone to the ear, sir? Well.
I mean, they must be allowed. I don't see how you would smuggle one into a ground.
Especially not in Sri Lanka where there's armed guards all over the place.
Or are you, sir, just pleased to see me?
Yeah, exactly. Or else you come up to the guard and then you go, wah, 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 and he falls over, and then you run in.
Maybe it's like the day of the jackal. It's split up into like 4 different people. Dawson attempts a hoik. It will go past square leg, but deep mid wicket will move across to do the fielding. But I think that's 2.
I'm very tickled by that. A stealth trombone.
76 stealth trombone.
Stealth vuvuzela, perhaps, because they're slightly smaller.
Those were so bad. Do you remember you could get an app on your phone, and lots of people bought this app? It was just an app that went.
Yeah, I can do that.
Well, on that basis, Eric J says we don't need an oasis of calm at this point. Yes, but we don't want vuvuzelas either.
No, we'd rather have a blur of motion.
Dawson Stagnant Creek, very nice. So
yeah.
Banana Brooks.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3 for 6. Last ball of this 17th over, and again slanted across. Now, will there be? Well, no. I was going to say, will there be 2? I was waiting on a bit more movement from the television video operator. It's just been played 2 mid off. There'll be a single, but probably more importantly, Jacks retains the strike. 124 for 6.
He does, and they picked up 10 off the over, which is probably a minor win for England.
Yep. Yeah. Disinterested Handjob says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most brainless captain of them all?
Well, there's a lot of competition.
And Greystoke says, Sri Lankan players' names are so phonetically enjoyable, if not, for the calligrapher who has extra work.
A lot, yeah.
Well,
they sell replica shirts by the letter, and that's what keeps them going.
Oh, you'll be pleased to know we're in the finish zone, according to. Dawson's got a leading edge. It's gone high in the air. Will that be taken? Yes, it will at the edge of the circle. Mid off, running across. Theekshana has his second. Dawson get out.
Out, indeed.
The crowd says. The crowd says. The crowd says you're out.
I'll tell you one thing I can't figure out, and that's Theekshana's celebration. I'm really not sure what he's miming. I don't think he'd be very good on Give Us a Clue. It looks like he's going to do an arrow, and then he does something completely different.
The name on the back.
It's half Archer, isn't it? It's like he's about to.
It's an arch.
Just doesn't.
Is it a film? How many words?
6 off 11 does nobody any good.
No, it doesn't.
And here comes Slaben.
See, my point is, you could have sent Overton in, and then if he got out, then Dawson can hit 6 off 11. And you're doing the 6 off 11 first. It doesn't really help you. Yeah. It is this man.
Jamie Overton can score a quick half ton, less racist than his mother's other son. Is Jamie Overton.
It's been quite an advantage if you're a racist having a twin going, it was him.
Lots of puns coming in. There's a string base laid down by Zinch. Perfect to launch in the final 4 overs. No, not with 7 wickets down. Chimera is a chimera on camera currently. Very good, Greystoke.
First ball is defended by Overton. No run.
And Lockie 6 says, Chimera is a better bowler than the Chimera was as a car. Well, Jax is too good to be slotted in this role, says Zinch. Move him up.
Possibly, yeah.
But the question
it's
is,
almost like they drop him down because he's a bowler, which is fine. Fine in the Sunday second team.
Swing and a miss.
Yes.
By Everton. Is it a wide? Yes, it is.
Was it?
I think he's a bit unfair. I think it's a bit unfortunate. That
he definitely played over the top of that. It was just over the advisory line.
That doesn't really count for anything these days. The line is the line.
Well, we'll have that one again then. I wonder if he'll miss it again. Tikshana in. Overton, pensive, just plays it back to the bowler. Yeah. Maybe he's gone in and been told, play like Dawson did.
No.
Get 6 off 10. You know, it's not like Rashid can't get a run of ball and rotate the strike. That's what,
or Archer.
Or Archer, yeah. Or Archer can hit it as well.
Yeah. It's got to stick to the plan, though. Oh, that is an ugly hoik to the attempted hoik. Sorry, down towards fine leg, long leg. It just hits the pad.
That's a missed opportunity. It's a terrible ball.
Yeah, it came out a bit wrong, that one, but he got away with it.
Terrible ball, even worse shot.
That should have been
Overton is goose egg off 3. It's just. I have a theory which I'll go into probably in the next over. Deekshana in. This one is turned towards mid wicket by Overton. Actual bat on ball, and that will be a single to get him off the mark. Do you think that somewhere in the England Brain Trust they looked at the two groups and have gone, "Oh yeah, this is easy. We'll qualify.
We've got this, yeah."
And collectively they've dropped the ball.
I don't think
mentally.
So. You know, they don't play badly on purpose.
No,
I don't know. Sometimes
sometimes you wonder.
It might be subliminal, but I think they are in a bad run of form, a couple of them anyway.
Absolute half tracker is missed by Jax. I can only imagine he's surprised by the pace and.
Well, I would have thought he would kind of been in two minds on that ball anyway. It's the last ball of the over. Should I get a single? Should I try to hit a boundary?
It then.
Doesn't help.
2 off the over, including the wide. 126 for 7. 2 overs left. 150 is a distant blip on the horizon.
Shining Light says, well, I think England will have trouble making 150 now. Yes, I think that's definitely true. Problem with Jax is he used his brain, says Kyrgios, which will never catch on in this team.
In this team, maybe.
That's how you get dropped.
I'm glad we're all too mature to make ball jokes ever, says Lockie 6.
Madhushanka will come in and bowl Yorkers, and there's his first one, and Overton plays it to mid-off. There'll be a misfield, or there'll be a second run?
No.
Go on, sorry Jason.
Troy Wright says, hi Guy, good morning. It's morning in Guyana. I love all your commentary. It's joyful. Keep up the good work. Well, we are...
Isn't it like 6 in the morning in Guyana? That's
we are
good
joyful,
commitment.
but we are also tinged with sadness at this England performance.
No, I'm not sad. I'm not sad. I'm
resigned.
Disappointed.
Yeah. Slapped
That's
through
a good shot. That's what they need to do.
the gap between point and cover and extra cover, and that's gone for one of these.
I think someone mentioned a disappointed parent before, and this is the line. I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed.
Yeah, anger is a short-term emotion. Disappointment, that can last a lifetime.
Absolutely.
I think that was the visage of Jai Surya as we saw him on the boundary. No, he thought, oh, that's a good shot. Damn it, that's against us.
Yeah. Oh, Jax, England's last hope. He's got to just swing for the fence here. It's not
Wide Yorker.
Good ball from Madhushanka. He is good at that. There's not a ton you can do with it, even if you are expecting it.
Yep. And that's the dot.
on 31 for 7, 9 balls left. Could try to get 145. I just felt I think you see it all the time. They slowed down too much, 16, 17.
Do you reckon there's a captaincy handbook that they all have to follow?
But it's just human nature. It's not try to win the game. It's don't be the one who's criticised for losing it.
Thrashed by Jack. Now, again in front of square, and that will be 4 more.
Not sure I'd be bowling wide to Jacks. He does like an area to swing
Well,
his
you
arms.
say that, you know, if you get it right, it's 0, and if you get it wrong, it's 4. Fair enough, but that's still only 4 off 2 balls.
Lovely chipped shot over the infield. Jax obviously plays quite a lot of squash, I'm going to hazard a guess, with those wrists.
I mean, the field is set where the gap is where it's most difficult to hit to, and Jack's doing it very well.
Yeah.
It's almost like if you did move the ball to cover that shot, which I think they've just done, it almost makes it easier for him, because now he's got long off.
Yeah, he's got... I don't know whether they've moved...
I think they did move someone just to cover that shot, but now now the gap is
deep
straight,
cover
and he can go across it a bit more.
He's gone aerial, backward point. There's 2 fielders converging, and it's out.
Well, it is, but I thought that was a good innings from Jax.
Oh yeah, in the circumstances.
Yeah.
It's exactly the innings you would expect at this time of the innings.
You can't expect him to carry the whole innings himself.
Nope.
Let's have a look at one of all the out jingles are so critical. Try this one.
All of the dreams that I dreamed were mine are going.
2 very rueful England fans there, a boy and a girl, and she just looked down and then smiled. It was quite cute, really.
Wide full toss. He's tried to kind of uppercut it over deep backward point. He's probably got the bat just, the angle's just not quite right. It's gone up and not out, and caught on the boundary by Pallekele. But 21 off 13 at this stage is by no means disappointing. We can point the finger of disappointment, as I'm sure Hendo will, at earlier on
the
in
finger
the
of
innings.
more than disappointment.
Yeah, the finger of death.
The fist of death.
Greysock says, Madhushanka said that to my golfing partner recently. There are many more, says Daniel Corbyn.
That's probably racist.
And Extra Fluffo said, did you see that on-field photographer who got mashed in the rugby last night?
Oh, that would have been funny.
Well, if he's on the field, then he's not meant to be there, and he's in fair game.
Yeah.
Right, quick jingle for this guy.
Stephen Butler.
Break your helmet, break your heart, hotter than lava, cooler than...
And he has hit this down the ground, and it is out. Mistimed. It only goes as far as the edge of the circle, but he's got no time to get himself in. Madhushanka finishes with 2 wickets in 2 balls, and it's 135 for 9.
I mean, he got the execution wrong. I don't mind it. It was a full toss. Try and hit it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Got to do something. I mean, 2 6s is could make a huge difference to this innings. If you just try and plink 5 off the last over, there's not really any point.
He's in a rock and hard place. There's no fault in that, really.
No, I know. I'm always, if you end up with a low score, I'm pretty resistant to blaming the number 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's what I always used to come back to a sledge whenever I was batting at 10 or 11. And they started chuffing me and said, well, get me out then. You've done the hard work already. You've got the good guys out. You should be no problem for you.
That's a bit wordy for a response, I think, in the heat of the moment. Just go, fuck off.
Yeah, I think we could point to a couple of people, as we may well do, between innings.
Sure we will.
It's this man coming in at number 11.
38 years old. How many more T20 World Cups? Not many would be my guess, but let's see what he can do.
And a shade on the 45. And a shade on the 45.
Adil's at the non-striker's end.
How did that miss?
Kamira is coming into bowl. Jamie Overton has taken a step off stump to try and ramp this down the leg side.
Okay, but
and it's
is that your strength, Jamie Overton? Isn't your strength whacking it out of the ground? And he has gone for that premeditated.
Yeah, he's played and missed at that sort of blitz scoop shot. It's gone over the top of off stump, and as you could tell from my colleagues, there is collective bemusement at how that hasn't hit the stump.
Well, it's because they've done it the wrong way round. It's because the number 8 has gone in and plinked it around, and now number 11's trying to hit it out of the ground. They should have done it the other way round.
So Overton will try and hit the ball again. We're coming around the wicket, and that one is biffed.
No, one bounce.
One bounce, caught to... Oh, is that going to be an overthrow? Some terrible fielding.
How's a bonus?
By Sri Lanka. That's a bonus run. So out of this 137 for 9, there's 5 overthrows.
It was 4 overthrows earlier on. I thought it was.
Yeah. So there's 5 runs have come as a result of.
England have somehow got 2 when Rashid basically hopped the first run, looking at the ball.
It's just
they just waited to the throw. Once you saw, went to the keeper, and they thought, well, we'll gamble on the extra run.
Jayasuriya is having an embolism with rage.
That's what you're there to do.
Again,
that's it.
And has cleared everything and everyone and gone for a maximum. That's the fourth
especially for Tony there.
That was a bit too clever from the bowler. He put one out the back of the hand and it was too short.
Shades of Stern back.
Just put your bat through the ball. More like it. And again, another one of those, and they actually get 150.
And it feels so undeserved as well.
It really does. I mean, 150 probably isn't a very good score on this, but it's something.
But I sort of reached a point of like, instead of it going, oh, we could get to 150, it's like, I don't think we deserve to get to 100.
Not really.
So,
It's the
umbrella
hope that gets you.
Yeah, umbrella field on the leg side. Yeah.
2 out behind the bowler on the offside as well.
That's well bowled. They get a single. That's
the
worst appeal I've ever seen.
Yeah, it was very down leg. Hits the pad leg by. Oh, they're reviewing it.
Get out of town! What the hell are you just trying to waste our time? Even the umpire looks suitably disgusted with this review. I could see like.
The best that is umpire's call on leg stump, but
no, it's you get a bicycle between his pad and leg stump.
It's tailing in. It's going to miss entirely, I think.
You can see leg stump by a mile.
Yeah, you can.
That's embarrassing.
But you can see all 3 stumps.
But they've got the next best result, which is they've got Rashid on strike for the last.
Right, but you don't need to waste our time with a DRS to get a Rashid on strike.
Take away one of the legs of the outfield. Missing leg stump.
By a zillion miles.
Well, not just missing, but impact.
The umpire looks so unimpressed by that, and he is so correct to be. You dare challenge me on that one?
Leg by 144 for 9, 2 balls left.
Yeah, who do you think I am, Joel Wilson?
Exactly.
Not even Joel Wilson would have given that out. Come on. Kamira's going to come over the wicket.
That's well bowled as well.
Yeah. Yorker length delivery just tapped away for a single by Rashid to the offside field, and 1 ball left. 145 for 9. Andy, Mystic Andy, what's going to happen here?
Sri Lanka get them for 2 wickets with like 9 balls to spare.
If Nissanka gets going, this game is done, I think.
I mean, it's the thing that I'm still going to hark back to sort of when they were 6 down and Dawson came in, they did nothing. I mean, it's kind of, you don't get criticised for what everybody does, but, you know, what everybody does is wrong a lot of the time.
Last ball of this innings.
Oh, missed out there.
Delivery. And
it was a full toss. It's
well,
I think he's hit that onto his own glove somehow.
No, he's hit it onto his toe, I think, and because he's hobbling a little bit.
The lack of effort by the fielder while the 2 The ball's at his feet as the two batsmen are crossing, and he's gone. Nah,
I think he would have ended up in an Overton Rashid sandwich there if he tried to dive down.
And you don't want to run into Overton.
No.
Does anyone want to be
Probably
in the middle
not.
of an Overton Rashid sandwich?
Closed the Overton window on the batsman.
No,
I think he just
it
missed
hit
it.
right on the thigh.
Hit him on that nasty bit at the inside of the thigh. Yeah.
Yeah, take away the pain.
It wasn't quite there. It wasn't quite in the unmentionables. It's just in that nasty little inside bit.
Yeah, that'll
anyway,
leave a nasty
bruise. Yeah, well, 146. It was an innings that just never really got going. Obviously, Salt has given England something to bowl at with 62 or 40, which was a good knock, and he didn't seem in too much trouble. And sort of even more asks the question of everybody else: what were you doing? Jayasri seemed to be giving very specific instructions to the ground staff, but there's no such thing as home advantage. So 146 is going to have to do.
Kind of a middling score, isn't it? It's
it's
one
not
that doesn't
even
necessarily
that.
need you to extend too much to get it. I would suggest.
It's certainly a lower to middling score.
Yeah.
And Jacks, I thought, did well. 21 of 14 at 7, but just nobody else got going at all.
Well, Butler 7, Bethel 3, Banton being run out for 6, Brook 14, Curran 11. That's or you need if Salt's going to go for 62, all you need is a couple of supporting scores there, and
just a couple
it's
more.
a whole different head.
Just a couple more 18 off 12s instead of 6 off 11s.
Yeah, Madhushankar with 2, Velalaga with 3, Deekshana with 2, Kamira with 1, and the run out means that we are at 146 for 9. And if I was a win predictor, I'd have this 70-30 in favour of Sri Lanka.
80-20.
Can I give you 75-25?
Deal.
Slightly more optimistic. I think it's 65-35.
Oh no, I wouldn't want to back England at 2-1. Right, what are we going to do? Put something on.
I'll
rock paper scissors.
I'll go through some.
Okay,
messages.
do that. Yeah.
To be honest, any England team in any sport aren't as good as we hype them up to be. Money doesn't equal talent, says Andy Talley. My mum is very disappointed, says Jay Grover. Where's version of another one bites the dust? I think that would be rather loud and shouty. In lieu of Bear, fucking Muppet, says Lockie 6, which I think is a mention of our England performance. Darren Lehman says disinterested hand job. Once justified dropping permanent number 11 Jackson Bird because he couldn't bat. What else we got?
England are 100-30 and Sri Lanka are 2-9.
John says, if England lose today, are they eliminated? No, but they need to win all their remaining games, I think.
Yeah. We think 2 wins will be enough, provided that there's no more weather interruptions along the way. But
there's lots of talk about snatch for some reason. I will gloss over. I'd be surprised if he'd make it to the South Africa versus India game, says Extra Fluffo. Good commentary, guys. Enjoying it, says Kyriakos. What else we got? Greystoke says, feel he will need to catch every chance available here. Yes. That certainly helps.
Well, given that there's probably not much time between now and when the game restarts, Jace, who's going to win this afternoon's game?
Kyriakos says, I see that win predictor on Cricket Info has 70-30, so you've been vindicated. Al.
Who's going to win this afternoon's game, Jace?
Who are they between?
India and South Africa.
I've got a sneaky feeling that South Africa are going to do them.
Yeah. They've been they're the 2 best teams, aren't they?
Probably. But I have a sneaky feeling that West Indies are going to get through to the semis, and one of those 2 is going to go out.
Right. So essentially, you think that it might well be that the loser of this game doesn't progress.
Possibly, yeah.
It does feel weird though, doesn't it, about how the makeup of these two groups have been.
The
put
ICC
together.
seeding has worked against them in this respect. They've probably made it into an easy group and a hard group.
I just don't understand why you don't have 2 winners and 2 runners up.
Well, then they couldn't guarantee to keep the Australia and India apart. Well, they didn't have to worry about that in the end.
Well, I understand that that's how you might want to construct the draw, but at some point you have to let the games play out. And if one team goes in, if they end up in the same group because one's a winner and one's a runner-up, then that's how you have to live with it. I mean, it's the same with the FIFA World Cup. They've seeded the top 4 that they can't meet. That if they win their games, they can't meet until the semi-finals and the final. But if England come 2nd or 3rd in their group, then they could well meet one of the other 3 top seeded sides before the semi-finals. You can't just turn around and go, well, that seeding be damned.
Twas ever thus. It's the same weird. In rugby as well. Jay Grover sends us £2 to say, South Africa gave me joy. I discard my family. You're talking about your guerrilla cricket family?
Well, I hope not.
And yes, he also says to you, Alan, obviously I'm the Mighty Blades.
Well, I did wonder about whether because it's the Sheffield Derby this afternoon.
It is.
I mean, both teams are in a whole world of trouble.
Yes, but one's in an even bigger whole world of trouble than the other, I think.
Yeah.
Things are looking grim for England, says Bad to the Bone.
It's difficult to pinpoint exactly what was happening. I mean, the problem that you sometimes have is that by focusing on, a perceptive England collapse or malaise in mentally, is that what you fail to do is to look at what you should be doing, which is to praise the Sri Lankan.
Oh yes,
for that Sri Lankan bowling effort.
I mean, Theekshana bowled really well, didn't get hit.
Fielding placements were really
Chimera
clever,
bowled well, Justhanshan bowled well. Well, Alagi took 3 wickets and we didn't really notice how well he bowled.
Yeah, and once they'd applied that pressure that had been, both teams had been complicit in creating, then Sri Lanka didn't let their foot off the pedal really.
To be fair, when you look at that scorecard, you see Alaga took 3 of the top 5 batsmen.
Yeah.
So is that him bowling well or them batting badly?
Well, Brooks' dismissal was the last ball of the 10th over that I can remember. That's what made it 94 for 5. So 94 for 5 at the end of the 10th. 146 for 9 at the end of the 20th. It's just that sense of keeping the game in check, not letting England run away with it even for a couple of overs. We're talking because we're about to hand over to our. I think the teams are about to come out, aren't they?
Yeah,
feels like it.
They looks like they are the ground staff who've gone out and dusted up the pitch and have
put it in the right way round and whatever conspiracy or the theory that you want.
Remarked the lines, and we can see England now coming out, getting ready with the medicine balls and such like on the pitch edge.
Do we have a terrifically talented trio waiting to come into the wings?
Well, we have a terrifically talented trio. They're not necessarily waiting or rushing to the seats, but they are on their way. And poor old Andy is back again.
How is he back? It's
no rest for the wicket, is there, Andy?
Quite so indeed.
Who were you replacing?
Hendo's becoming a super sloth. I don't think we're going to see him for the rest of the day, even though he is here. So England going for a huddle, that should help. There was a tweet a couple of weeks ago and it said, whoa, English fans really think their teams are better than they are. And I think, have you ever met anyone from England? We all think that our teams are terrible.
I don't think so.
Well, look, Sri Lanka, England have won the last 11 T20s against Sri Lanka.
Oh, have they?
Since 2014. Candy, they've won 6 out of 4, including the last 3.
6 out of 4, that's impressive.
Sorry, you've won 4 out of 6. Yeah, 4 out of 6. And if you want even more encouraging, remember...
That's woken Hendo up.
It has, at least it's woken Hendo up, yeah. In the last T20 of the recent series, England only made 128 for 9.
Oh, yes.
And they still managed to get Sri Lanka out for 116. Bethel took 4 wickets, who sadly can't bowl today, and Jacks took 3. Rashid, I think, got 1. So it's nearly all spin.
Right. Well, that might give England a bit of hope.
On the less hopeful side, England, one of the defeats here was when it really mattered in the World T20s in 2012.
That's going back a bit.
Sri Lanka won by 19 runs. Malinga took 5 for 31.
Well, he's not playing.
And he got Wright, Hales, Bairstow, Patel and Butler.
Because
you were about to go, none of those are playing. I know, but one of them was, Joss Butler.
I read a stat the other day. I hate to bring baseball up because it'll set everybody off. But Nolan Ryan struck out 7 batters and then also struck out their sons in professional baseball.
Oh, wow. That's impressive.
Yeah. Right, anyway, Pathum Nissanka is going to open, so this is his jingle.
It is the hero against Australia.
Should drive very smoothly.
Was he not out against Australia? I know he made a ton.
I think so, yeah.
I think Australia were 104 or something without loss and got to 180, but in doing so, he also got the... helped Sri Lanka to the highest run chase achieved on this ground.
Okay, his batting partner is this man.
Oh, 3 men can keep a secret. If one of them is Kamil Mishara and the other 2 are dead.
Okay, I don't know why that's specific to him.
And he does like Pallekele, does Pathum Nissanka.
Right,
First Sri Lankan to score a double ton in an ODI here too. In 2024, I think. So it's a ground he enjoys.
Okay, well, let's see if this is a ground that this man enjoys bowling on. Where is he? Oh, he's going to bowl first.
Well, it is Jofra. He does have a slip, and it's a swing and a miss. And a dot ball to start.
Because he only faced one ball, we didn't get much of his jingle, so we can give him the full Monty here.
Is this Mr. Mishara? Oh, Jofra.
Break your heart, hotter than lava, cooler than Bogart. In your face, at your stumps, on your toes, on your mum. Jofra,
He's got a slip and a slightly deep gully.
He's going to be in 2. Nissanka, who defends. Archer nearly tidies up over his own bowling, but it's 2 dot balls to start crucially, which of course is not bad at all. For some reason I haven't put Pathum Nissanka's numbers down. That's a bit annoying.
He's had a bit of another man who's had a hair restyling.
His partner, this Kamil Mishara, he's got 14 and 8 to his name so far, so not exactly amongst the runs. That's gone up in the air as an attempted pull by Nissanka.
Well, it's just hit him on the shoulder.
I think it got him on the shoulder, it dropped well short of short third. What do you call it? No, it's slip.
Basically gully.
It is a slip
And a gully. Oh,
yeah.
no, you're right.
No,
he's hit it. He's edged it onto his helmet.
Yeah, it would have been off the glove, and it would have been a catch had it gone the distance.
It just kind of clumped off the bat and the helmet in a way that
Dawson, the man who's
looked more like body.
Short third. Good start from Jofra then. There's a point cover, a mid-off, mid-on, mid-wicket, short final leg, and a short third. Clipped, though, beautifully by Nissanka. It's going to be fielded in the deep, down at backward square. It's Phil Salt who's patrolling that region, so just a single.
Slower ball. I'd have stuck with the pace, but I suppose you want to keep them on their toes with a bit of variation.
Mix it up a bit. I mean, it's only a single.
No,
I know England can't afford to give many away.
They want to be taking wickets, and those quicker balls, certainly that previous quicker ball seemed to discomfort him quite a bit.
100 not out of 52 balls he got, of course, against Australia, did Pathum Nissanka.
Do you reckon any of them can get to Virat Kohli's 319?
Was that in a T20?
Yeah.
No.
I mean,
Archer in.
T20 World Cup, his 319
Wide
in
of the
2016.
left-handers off stump.
Well, I don't see why not. He's got 5 games left.
It's another dot ball
Counting
too.
this one. If he's got 200 already, well, he's got potentially 5 games left if he gets through.
Spin again was a lot of England's problem. Wellerlager's wrist spin, 3 for 26. So he carved a big hole in England's attempts to set a decent total. I mean, 150 there or thereabouts is competitive. Normally on this ground, that's a swing and a miss from Mishara. And given a wide.
Ooh, that was
by the very wide Ashan Raza. And I think that's possibly a tad harsh. I'm not calling Hashan him wide, but was that wide?
Oh, that's not wide.
That's
Didn't
not
really
wide
look
to me, Mr. Raza. Come on, lad.
You can appeal those, can't you?
Well, I don't know. Jofra Archer just slumps his shoulders and he looks like his mum's just called him in from the garden for tea and he doesn't want to come. 2 then, and that's slashed away. Backward point though, it's the Salty Sea Dog and it'll just be a single. So 3 from the first over represents a decent start for England.
It's a good start, good over, yeah.
Yep, 1 each for Nasanka and Mishra, 1 extra.
We've got Jay Grover saying if Hendo is well enough to cackle, he's well enough to call the match.
Quite so.
As that famous old saying from Yorkshire, if you're good enough to cackle, you're good enough to call.
You're good enough to
Aye.
crackle.
We've got Bat to the Bone 666 saying England have to bowl good and take every opportunity that comes. Even 1 dropped catch is probably a loss. I think it's too harsh to say that after just 1 over, but
well, here we go.
They didn't need to that well.
It's peroxide spin.
Florin Radichoyu from 1988-98.
In the shape of Will Jacks. He did take, in that game, yeah, he took 3 wickets.
He also went for 20 and over against Italy.
Well, yes. He is a bit curate's egg-like.
Oh,
and that's cost runs, but that, to me, it was short. It was slashed away. It has gone to the cover boundary.
Still got to pick that
I'd
up.
like to see the fielding because that looked to me like a bit of Scottish goalkeeping.
Yeah, well, here's the bowler.
It might be Will Jacks. Maybe it's Will
Oh dear, it was Bethel.
It's probably Will Jacks.
It's a double peroxide cock-up.
Peroxide on Jack's not happy with that. It's
Round the
classic,
wicket comes Jacks.
classic
That's
bowler.
slashed. This time, Bethel's gets it right by fielding, and he gets high fives and pats on the back for doing what he should have done the first time, to be perfectly honest.
Well, yeah, it was a bit classic bowler. He has a big go at the fielder. Well, he knew it was a bad ball.
He did very well. Again, the bat is angled straight to Banton at short cover. No run, so good comeback from Jacks. He will argue that he was bowling to his field. His field, unfortunately, didn't do his job off the first ball of the over.
It was too short, the first one.
It was short, true enough. But he would still argue that.
Oh, of course he will, yes.
He's been docked 4 runs he shouldn't have been. On to the back foot, straight to Bethel again. There's a plan here. I reckon it's the hairstylist for Jackson Bethel have sponsored this game to make sure they're constantly in the game.
Well, batsman's got to try and lift it,
all 4 balls
over that infield.
All 4 deliveries so far have involved them both. That hasn't. Well, no, not this time though, because Jacks skips to his left to field off his own bowling. It's a dot ball. So not bad again from Jacks. This would be a maiden were it not for Bethel recalling Alan Ruth from the 70s World Cup. There it is again. Should be Bethel again. It is. So what's that? 4 out of 6 in that over went straight to Bethel. 1 of them went through him. It means that after 2 overs, it's 7 without loss for Sri Lanka.
We've got a super chat. Let's jingle him up.
Let's do that. Well, close enough.
Oh, there's lots of opportunities to support the guerrillas.
And one of them is super chats. I
Yes.
saved that one.
So
yeah.
Jay Grover has given us £5. He says Neville is removed from his position. Now I can open the window and follow the derby. So far there is a lot of incoherent shouting.
Oh, that sounds about right.
Oh, this is the Sheffield derby. I think I'm right in saying Sheffield Wednesday, because of the points deductions and the like. Should they lose today, that's curtains for them. Alas. Jofra Archers. It's not curtains yet for Nissanka, who steps back, drills it straight to mid-off. And
I will
Banton
concede
was lively about his work. That was well bowled.
Sharp fielding, yeah.
That England have a better chance of winning this game than Sheffield Wednesday do of avoiding relegation from -7 points.
Well, that's not exactly overstating England's case, to be fair.
It's not, no. But I always think it's quite funny with, they'll mathematically be relegated. Honestly, if Sheffield Wednesday don't get relegated, it's about the same possibility as
hell will
the
be
last
freezing
judgment.
over.
Yes.
Archer over the wicket. Back steps Nissanka. Oh, he's guided that supremely. Past backward point, who's not going to be anywhere. It's Bethel, of course, because he's in the game all the time. But it's still 4 runs. And Nissanka, well, you would argue, chaps, he's got to be the key wicket, hasn't he? After his form here is just fantastic.
Well,
he's
he'd be the
hot
one.
Off that Australian
He'd be the
innings.
one you're looking for. Yeah. I'll take any wicket at the moment.
They will, but they definitely. Jofra, I'm sorry, Jofra.
Yeah, go
unless he wanted his deep back, his backward point,
I've been on the end
more
of that
deep set.
many times as a captain. The fielder should have been where he just hit it.
Wide, that's going to go for 4 as well. Clipped
buys.
away by Nissanka. Is it leg
I
buys
think
or
it
is
was
it?
no, he's got
bats on it.
something on it. Okay.
That's consecutive 4s for Nissanka. That one down to fine leg.
That was a poor ball.
3 and 4.
Was a bit.
Tried to bowl an off spinner and just got it all wrong.
I can see why you'd have thought that was leg buys, though, Andy. It looked more like leg buys on the replay than it did when I saw the first shot.
It really did, actually. The batsman's had a bit of a bonus there. Maybe Jofra's only annoyed about that because of his figures.
Who knows? Yeah.
I hope not.
Punch of gloves between Pasam Nathanka and Kamal Nathrara.
That's rather left Sri Lanka off the hook. England were generating a bit of pressure there.
They were. So now it makes a wicket even more important. I mean, if openers are staying there and going nowhere, you're in a way quite happy for them to stay there. But once they start going, not so good. There is a man being brought in short on the leg side. Well, he won't be needed because it's been taken in the deep.
What a catch.
Clipped away. They do have Nissanka. Jofra Archer has the wicket. Who was it? Banton down there at deep square. Or was it an Overton? It was an Overton. The lantern jaw and the safe hands of Jamie Overton have done the trick. It's 15 for 1 and England do have their breakthrough.
I'm a loser. Yeah, I'm a loser, babe. I'm just a loser. Whoa.
I'm sure Nissanka is walking off thinking, a loser. I scored 200 against Australia. But if
he got 100 against Australia. I'm not actually sure who is 200, but he was the first Sri Lankan player. To
exactly.
get that in
My
an ODI.
point being, if I stuck to the wicket jingles that don't slag off the batsman, I'd be playing the same 2 every time.
Well, yes, that is true. You silly little boy is a
You
gentle
silly little
chiding.
boy, fuck off, loser, shitty shit.
Yeah.
Shit takes wickets.
That's true. We should grade them on a scale of
seriousness. They seem to have. I know we had to lose the ones that were getting us strikes.
1 or 2 that were. Right, well, England have an important breakthrough. It's important in 2 ways. 1, because it's a breakthrough anyway. 2, because it is a man who's in such hot form here
Correct.
in Pallekele, and he's gone. 15
right.
for 1.
Well, it's this man now.
I think this one might get us dinged. You might want to.
Mendes was a man who thought he was a keeper, so they played him.
Thank you.
Okay.
Kusal Pereira. It's Kusal Mendes. It's Kusal
Very
Mendes,
litigious, the estate of the Beatles.
It's full, it's defended, and Archer fields off his own bowling. He's going to be feeling a lot happier about life, that is for sure.
Well, it wasn't a great ball, and the batsman's managed to pick out the only fielder in like oceans of space on the leg side, so he'll be even more annoyed than normal, I think. He just kind of flicked it. Probably thought, that's safe. Suddenly realised he's hit it straight to the only man anywhere in the same postcode as it.
Look how happy England were when they did get that
Relieved,
wicket.
I think.
Yeah. Well, I think they'd also just positioned Overton to that very
no
place.
point looking at your bat, mate.
For that very shot. Right. Archer into Kusa-Mendis, who clips him up in the air.
That's what it would have been
gone
much
backward
easier
square.
to do.
Salt can jog after it all he likes, but he's not going to catch it, and it's 4 runs.
He can jog on.
He can jog on.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Kusa-Mendis, the wicket keeper, of course.
We got a bit of a discussion about the derby. Where's
the Sheffield
question? I've
derby.
lost it. Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, someone had asked why was Sheffield Wednesday called Sheffield Wednesday?
Good question.
I think it's called they played on Wednesdays.
I think it was because I believe
on
it
a
was
Wednesday. Yeah.
It's the when they played most of their
Oh,
games.
we've got the answer as well in the comments.
And it is?
Yeah, it's the same because they used to play on Wednesdays.
Marvellous. Right, Will Jacks round the wicket to Mishra, who tickles him around the corner. They're going to have to hurry. The throw comes into the bowler's end.
Never going to get to the bowler's end in time.
It's the end of the over.
No, it's the
No, it's
start
not.
of
It's
the
the start of
over.
the next one. I tell you what, the camera work and captioning has been consistently poor on the Bishop scale.
That's your excuse, and you're
How
sticking
easy is
to
it
it.
to commentate to? Well, there was something earlier. Was it a boundary that we? Oh, it was the
overthrows.
It was the overthrows that ended up being 6. The cameraman had literally no clue what was happening, and suddenly we saw 6 had appeared on the caption. That's drilled straight to Captain Harry Brook at mid-off, and there is no run. 20 for 1, 147. Remember the target. Should be easily doable. They have lost their man of the moment.
Oh,
and
yes, that's
just
out.
Chipped back by Kusal into Jacks. Well, he got 3 in that game where England managed to restrict Sri Lanka to 116 and defend a low total. He's got another one today. And he's got Kusa-Mendis, and that is a vital wicket as well. 20 for 2, Andy.
Okay.
What are we going to give him? Aha.
After you've gone.
Very frustrating those as a batsman. It's kind of a nothing dismissal. He's just played a bit early on it. Maybe this pitch is a little bit slow.
It's the pitch being a bit sticky. It's what so often trips England up, and it's tripped up Kusa-Mendis there. He's been caught and bowled Will Jacks before. Sri Lanka are at 20 for 2 after 3.5 overs. England will feel
back
that,
in the game.
They're probably in this. Pavan Rathnayaka.
Well, it says,
will be the new man.
Milan Rathnayaka on here, close enough.
No, different people. Different player completely.
No, play that jingle 0 times, not twice.
Yes. Wrong jingle twice was a fine effort.
Are they related?
No, I don't believe so.
Rathnayaka's kind of like Smith, really, isn't it?
I was about to say that's a bit like Fred Smith and George Smith, possibly brothers, but more
very
likely
nice.
not.
Very, very, very attractive cloud formations there. I just hope they don't have any rain to give us.
So far, we've been fine. That's gone up in the air.
That's going to be.
He used his feet. Is anyone underneath it? They should be. It's taken. Would you believe it? It's another first baller. How we berate England when they just try and launch themselves.
Imagine that was Harry Brook
off
did
the
that.
foot. We'd have been giving him absolutely dog's abuse. But Rathnayaka's gone first ball. He's been caught at deep cover. Jacks has got 2 in 2. Who'd have thunk it?
Well, I'll give him a critical 1 for that. I think that's fine.
Yeah, he can tell him to FO. It was Banton.
Little boy, what on earth were you playing at? No!
I set that jingle in. It's Stephen Fry reading a Jennings book. And when he said that, I thought that's just perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or even shit gets wickets for this one.
Well, I don't know. It was that shit, to be fair, because it just got a little bit. He just held it up.
It did look like a hittable ball.
Again,
though.
it was a ball that just didn't come onto the bat as much as Rathnayaka would have wanted to. He's going away, shaking his head, looking at the offending bat. That is entirely to blame for him playing a bad shot with it.
I think he's just trying to avoid the eyes of his teammates as he walks in.
And it's the hero with the ball from the first innings, Wellalaga, who makes his way to the crease at number 5. Surprise.
He knows he's cool like a
Well, England are right in this now, and it is Will Jacks, who, as you said, took 3 wickets to turn the game in the warm-up. He's got 2 already.
Technically not a warm-up, but I take your point. Turns a little bit, defended right on the money. I heard Jason say he'd be right.
And again, I
a dot ball.
I know
It's not a
fielders
hat-trick,
are
though.
supposed to be on it all the time, but they do look a lot more on it now.
Well, there will be. There was a. Oh, well, we'll wait. Oh, we're watching the wickets. If you get the chance to see, well, you can't. Thrown up, flicked away to mid-wicket. They will get a single. Banton, who took that catch. Fields. There was a lovely
the
shot.
fielders just seem to creep in a little bit. Yeah.
Lovely shot of the replay of Banton close up. You could see every face etched in concentration. Clearly in his mind he's going, fuck, I'd better not drop this.
Yes.
and the grin he bursts into when he realises he hasn't is a delight to watch. Anyway, it's the end of the over. Over to you, Arnav. Hit us.
We've got Sudha who's saying, do Sri Lanka think the total is to get to 200? Well,
probably not, but
probably
take
not,
your point.
Well, the lads in the pub are being busy on WinViz, or win probability. After a couple of pints, they have England at 71%. They'll change that
71%.
once the scoreboard starts rattling.
So even you're turning against WinViz, Tony.
I am now, mate. Yes.
We got another interesting one. Tim Wilton Davis says Jax is the new Warren.
Yeah. Possibly tongue firmly in cheek when saying that, but he's certainly done the job so far today. Archer, he's going to be bowling his 3rd over, and he forces Wellalaga onto the back foot. Fielded by Curran at point, and there's no run. We have an interesting one. The implication being that many of the others aren't interesting.
Yes.
Well, I think that's hard. Don't be put off at all.
Impress us, you know, rise to the challenge.
As you like.
Rise to the challenge.
We love messages. We love answering them. We love. Sometimes it's just conversations amongst yourselves. We tend not to read those unless they're particularly exciting.
Is that
Back
the right
to
move?
leg goes Wellalaga, tries to haul it, misses it.
Again, if England batsmen were doing that, the cries of anguish it would
Through
induce.
it goes to Josh Butler.
Tried to flick one away. It's really not the time for that.
Yeah, it really wasn't.
Sri Lanka
Too
just
quick
need
for
to
him.
get their heads together a bit here.
21 for 3. They need 126 from 94 balls, but England will be feeling cock a hoop that they have got off to such a good start. That's waited for nicely. Steered down to deep backward point. Phil Salt tumbles and fields. And just 1 run accrues. 22 for 3.
Yeah, I think it's a good move to keep Archer on as well, because he's only got the 1 wicket, but he has been giving them a few problems. And just keep the pressure on at this point. Keep your foot down.
England's power play 37 for 2.
Doesn't look so bad now.
Which doesn't look quite so bad. I suspect Sri Lanka. Well, they can't do anything about the fact they've already lost 1 more wicket. They're 22 for 3. Got a feeling they should get there or thereabouts to that power play score of England.
No, I'm back in the under.
In comes Archer. That's going to be a dot ball though, and he might be right. Wouldn't be the first time. As that's pushed towards mid-wicket where it's fielded and there is no run.
Did someone say 52-48 before? 52% of the time I'm right all the time.
52% of the time you're right all the time.
That's a line from Anchorman. You're not familiar with that one. He goes 60% of the time it works all the time. We say that a lot in gambling circles.
22 for 3. Good over this so far from Jofra. In he comes. That's edged!
And that's out.
And taken by Overton at, either
or is it
gully or deep third.
Everyone thinks so, except the
England
batsman.
think that so. Sri Lankan fans' hands are on head. Mishra is just double checking. He wants
Well, you
to
can't
be
review
sure.
it, but you can sort of induce enough doubt in the umpire to make him review it.
Yeah, are they going to? Let's have a look. She hasn't really moved that much. It's a mistimed drive. He's a bit late on it.
That's
that
fine.
looks like it's
no problem with that
straight
one.
into the bucket hands
No issues
of
there.
Jamie Overton. Archer has his wicket. It's a 4th to fall in the power play for Sri Lanka.
England,
well,
I
my
might give
goodness.
you 70% now.
Kamal Mishra gone for 6. He's been caught by Jamie Overton.
I
Jofra Archer.
won't look back by the time that I do, you'll be gone.
I was talking earlier on about a guy who wasn't really very good at cricket, but he did catch everything, and he was a similar build to Jamie Overton. He was a big guy with huge hands.
Okay.
It's going to be a new batsman because that's how cricket works.
Yep, we're going to have a change in the... But we're basically, you and I are saying in the same seats, Andy.
Okay, so not much of a change, but
not much of a change.
Bit of one.
On average. At the end of the over.
Yeah, just one delivery left.
This girl will put him right and also left. She'll show him how. Just give her one night. She's a gypsy, ambidextrous queen. Pay her before we start. She's the gypsy, and she's guaranteed for Mendes to aid his art.
Well, it's a Mendes of the Kamindu variety that will be coming in for Sri Lanka. He's going to face a very pumped up Jofra Archer. It's edged and kept down. It's gone all the way to third man for 4 runs. He played that beautifully. A bit of anguish for Jofra. 26 for 4 after 5 at the end of the over.
Yeah, I think I was just an
Is
edge.
Jason coming in? Read a couple of messages in the meantime.
Got
26 for 4.
Go ahead.
Got a message from Grey Soak saying that I did say Nisanka's wicket would trigger a collapse, but I'd never repeat that. Loki says Sri Lanka is throwing it away. Gareth McCannon says, well bowled England.
Yeah, I think they have bowled well.
Oh, I think they have bowled very well. Let's give credit where it is due. Right, little switch. Jason on the buses, Hiscox.
Now, the question
is
going to
come
be,
and join us.
Do Sri Lanka have a Will Jacks at number 7? Do they have batsmen as good as that at this stage of the innings?
It's still 3 on the screen. Nothing to change on the
Yeah,
screen. Right,
Jacks.
Will Jacks, not surprisingly, going to... Oh, it's you, isn't it? Sorry.
I think so. Oh, and that one's got through as well. It's just somehow squeezed that between backward point and the sort of man on the 4th slip line. But England don't need to panic. Just keep their foot on the gas.
Oh, it's me actually on social.
Great guns, I hit the ball. 4 runs, I hit the ball, and it went for 4 runs.
Really did thread the needle there. Jacks again, not happy with someone other than him. He's gone a bit too far onto leg there, and that's a little bit of inexperienced bowling because he went a bit too far the other way.
This is what Hendo was worried about in the green room. There's Jacks couldn't bowl an over that's as impactful as the previous one, despite the fact we've got 2 left-handers out there and it's set up for an off-spinner.
Well,
to bowl well.
If he gets another wicket in this over, all's probably forgiven. But again, this is such an interesting game. It really could go either way from here. I still make England favourites because he's got a lot of runs to get 4 down. I don't know about the depth of their batting.
I think the lads in the pub might have changed the percentages slightly on the back of those 2 4s.
They should have. They should have done.
No, they haven't. They've kept it quite favourably. 82% for England now.
It would have gone up and back down again. Jack's Totler's better.
Oh, that's more like it.
Yep, inside edge onto the pad, out into the offside, and you can tell Laga, despite those 2 4s, big breath out. It's obviously very tense out there. Jacks rightly wants to get back and bowl as quickly as possible. Down the track, almost sneaked through as an inside edge to square leg, and these batsmen still look a bit skittish.
Yep, good bowling by Jackson coming down and fired it into his pads and feet.
Yeah,
and he did very well to get his feet out of the way to squirt it through to backward square.
Good comeback from Jacks. That's clonked up. So it's going to be out as well. I said, and Jacks is just proving the point that if he takes another wicket, all will be forgiven. All is forgiven.
Wow.
Jacks waggles the finger. Jayasuriya, I think that is, looking for the exit.
It is. Well, not yet, but...
I mean, just generally, because he's probably going to get... Coaches always get blamed for batsmen losing 5 wickets. But it wasn't...
not there to hit.
It's not there to hit. His bat's twisted round in his hand. It's a Brooke goes back 5 yards, takes a comfortable catch, and face palms in the Sri Lankan crowd.
I was going to say, what's Sri Lankan for fuck's sake? Because I think that is possibly what that young lady was saying.
Something
that
like
is
that.
the reason.
All of the dreams that I dreamed were mine are going,
gone.
Well, matchup worked against two left-handers. Sooner or later he got one to grip.
It's your Surrey boy, Jace.
I just think
started to bowl well.
Bog standard ball and a poor shot, and I said he didn't look comfortable well, Lager.
Yeah, it was a bit too enthusiastic to get on with it, I think.
I'm still trying to think, well, he can have a lager or something, but I'll have to get something together better than that.
Woi Pom has just said, I bet Hendo now wants to come on air.
No,
I like Jay's Yorkshire philosophy. If thou's able to cackle, thou's able to call.
Yep. Hendo's pacing himself. That's what the sloth says.
The pace being particularly slow.
That's what the sloth says on the branch.
Indeed, I'm just pacing
Well,
myself.
unsurprisingly, they've gone for, I think, a drinks break to get their brains back in gear again.
Oh, well, let's
slam
through then.
You might not have to do the last 5 overs of this innings because it might not exist.
So loads of penguin talk again. We started
What is
something
it?
with
Why are people fascinated
I can't remember
with
how.
penguins?
Do you know what it's like? All these things. I can't remember how we got into penguins, but they have become a.
Do you mean penguins? Or do you mean penguins, as Benedict Cumberbatch said?
Well, why is he talking about penguins?
Because he did a BBC documentary and he couldn't say the word properly.
Well, bad to the bone says England are looking good. Shit indeed, says Eric. Extra Fluffo and Andrew Tate. Well, I don't know. Don't want to know about that. Dumber dumbest. England batting Sri Lanka and Pakistan hoping to bat yesterday in rain. Opting to bat yesterday in rain. I'm not sure what that means. Sorry about that, RN. What is Sinhalese for for fuck's sake, says Jay Grover.
Well, exactly.
Well, that's what I was literally. I think I literally just said that, Jay. That's bizarre. Before I have to say, I read your message.
Or is he Tamil, Jai Surya?
Well, we were talking about a supporter who could have been either.
Anyone
or
that follows
else.
YouTube people care just that followers. Not sure what that means. Sri Lanka can't perform under pressure, says Lockie, but don't be too short too soon. We're England fans. We've seen it all before.
Here comes the captain.
Well, it's time for a captain's innings. It certainly is. He's probably going to get a ball before I find his jingle. Oh, it's me, isn't it? Sorry. I've got to do... can't find his jingle.
Multitasking, yeah.
Okay. Oh, no, there he is. He's right there in door number 7.
Door number 7. 34 for 5. Wow.
That is the end of the power play. I win because it's less than 37, and more importantly, it's 5 wickets down. So that's a power play from hell from Sri Lanka's point of view.
No, Harry, do not bowl yourself.
No, there's no time for that yet. It is instead not going to be Adil Rashid, who often bowls the 7th over, but it is going to be some spin in the form of Liam Dawson.
That's it.
A bit harsh. But for once, the strangely named and completely arbitrary phase of the innings is correct, because they've said it's the consolidation phase.
Well, yeah, that's true. When you're 34 for 5,
that's
you
what
need
you
a bit
need.
of consolidating.
So Sri Lanka just got to keep their heads, realise they don't need 10 and over or anything, just keep it ticking. Score runs and don't get out, I say, in way number 357. As that one is played out to Brook at mid-wicket, dives, fields, saves the run.
And let's not forget that Kamindu, 2 years ago when he first came into the team, was an absolute terror in all formats.
Okay, played up to long on that time, it'll be a single. But now you're implying that he isn't.
Less so recently. He's not been in the white ball side for a while. I think he only played one game in the England-Sri Lanka tri-series.
Little head shake from Malinga. Just an ugh. And another one. That's the universal. And to blow the lips out. We're seeing them all come out today. Motion. It's like, you know, when your team's losing 3-0 at home and the game's so over, you're just doing shots of the fans being miserable. This game is not over, though.
No, it's not.
That was played out into the leg side, but they will only get a single. It's not quite Tottenham at home just yet.
Never underestimate the propensity of England to F up from a winning position.
Everybody thinks their team uniquely, messes things up or gives gifts to oppositions. Dawson, that's played into the leg side. Brook, as I say, it's 12-year-old captaincy, but it does kind of work. Push your fielders closer when you're on top.
Oh my lord, it's a penguin chat is going bonkers.
Well, Sri Lanka will be glad that the tension is taken off them for a moment. They'll be saying thank you, Penguins, for not making us look so shit. They get a single out to deep square leg. That's the end. No, it's not the end of the over.
No.
1 ball to go.
Dawson will be happy if it's just anything under 2, really.
Yeah, I mean, this is the thing. Sri Lanka can't afford too many overs to go for 4, or else they have a run rate problem as well, which would be very bad news. And it is well bowled. It's fired in straight. You can only play it back to the bowler. Dawson gets a quick over in for 3. Sri Lanka, I keep saying in the soup, but England are out of the soup, toweling themselves off, having thrown Sri Lanka in it. 37 for 5.
Yep, what soup, I wonder? Would it be penguin soup? Who knows?
Who knows, yeah.
Well, Greystoke says, penguins, whilst normally monogamous, can tend towards homosexuality in zoos.
Okay, good to know.
Well, that's have we? Oh,
is that a known penguin fact to gorilla cricket?
Well, anyway, okay. Well, I didn't. Well, I know I haven't read it today. I have now, obviously, but I hadn't. Right. Never saw that in the film Madagascar.
No.
Says Tim Wilton, which is certainly
in
true.
the R-rated version.
Now I hope England smash Sri Lanka makes it better for New Zealand, says Bad to the Bone.
Oh, Jack's going to finish off.
Kiwi interests,
so to speak.
He is. He's going to bowl all his 4 overs through. 3 for 14. Well, I guess they still got the left-handers in. That's fired in. It is going down. There's not much of an appeal. There are certain other teams in this tournament, Sri Lanka being one of them, who would have been doing the full jazz hands for that one, but it was missing leg stump.
Well, I think England are realising that spin's getting them on top. There's no point, you might as well keep going with spin and hope it does the full job.
It was not dissimilar to one that was caught and bowled. It just stopped and popped a little bit, but Kamindu had soft enough hands that it didn't reach Will Jacks.
He wasn't dazzled by the hair.
No, and Jacks is, from his point of view, hoping to get another quick, cheap over in, and I think there's every chance he will. That one is tipped down to long leg for a single. They are making him look a bit like Shane Warne. 3
we've
for
got
15.
Shanaka in now, who's a righty who can probably take advantage of the
Yeah,
off
but
spin.
is he going to? Is he going to launch
He's
one
not
for
really in a
6 right
situation
now?
to at the moment, but
England
if
haven't
Jack's
used
bowls in the
Rashid
ball,
yet.
I think he'll have to take it on at some point.
They haven't, and I think that's quite smart. They get this last over of Jacks in while Sri Lanka are still trying to find their feet. And Will Jacks getting 4 overs in 3 for 20. It's going to be a huge. I haven't said this bowled too short, and Shanaka has put that in the crowd. That's quite careless, really, and credit to the batsman for taking full advantage. That's good batting. Even though you're under a lot of pressure, you don't, you pick up the short ball, you pick up the bad ball and take full advantage. It was a bad one from Jacks.
Needs to be fuller. I mean, that's the length he's bowling to come into, and it works.
No, it's not. He wasn't bowling that short. That was 2 yards shorter.
Was that the end of the over?
No.
Right, okay.
Just taking a while for the ball to get back.
Yeah.
That's how far he hit it.
That's better, and the batsman will claim that he left it, but he did rather prod at it. So Jacks will still feel, if he gets away from this one with a single, that 3 for 22 off 4 overs to add 21 off 13 with a bat will be a very good day for him, and he does get away with the singles. That's played up to long on, so he's had a great day, Will Jacks. I wonder if England win this match, if he will get man of the match for his combined contribution, or will they just go top scorer gets man of match?
Should be Phil Salt.
We'll see, but anyway, England need to win it first. It's 45 for 5 off 8.
My favourite penguin, says Suter, who will forever be Joel Wilson. I don't think of him as a penguin, but okay, maybe you do. Jay Grover is kind enough to reassure me, Tony, you didn't read that. Hendro just lives in a fantasy land of penguin buggery. So there you are. Sydney Zoo had a famous homosexual penguin, says Extra Plus.
Was he famous, though?
How famous was he?
Yes.
He was famous amongst the other penguins.
Was he on chat shows and things?
Look out, they used to go. Here comes Quentin. Quentin the gay penguin. Go and scuttle into a corner and hide.
Interesting. Dawson is going to continue.
He is. I don't think that's super interesting. I think that's a reasonable move.
Presumably, Rashid wants the other end.
Maybe. It will be interesting to see if they actually hold back a little bit of spin and don't fire it all in and leave all the pace for the end, because they've got to find some current at some point. Or maybe
or
they think
Overton.
try and end this. Yes, indeed. Or try and end this within 15 overs. Maybe one of those games where Overton doesn't get a bowl. It's impossible.
Well, I think it's all they're throwing their whole lot in with spin, aren't they? Which is the right thing to do.
Well, is it though? I mean, what if it doesn't quite work and then you're left with only pace? That one's played into.
I think we'll see
into the leg side for no run.
At least 1 or 2 overs from Curran fairly soon.
I
just
think
to see,
so.
just to see what's going on.
Just to break it up. Dawson is around the wicket, and that's a poor ball as well. But has he got enough of it? Probably. Oh, just don't bowl half trackers, and you're miles on top here. But England not able to do that.
Sweet Jesus, one talk over the line.
That's really letting them off the hook.
That's a gimme. Absolute gimme.
Oh, well, that's affected the way the lads in the pub have been thinking. 82% for England now.
Might not be far off for once, but the blind squirrel finds the nuts every now and then. Dawson, he is fuller, and that's a chance for a catch, and that is out. That's turned Cummins around a little bit. It's really all you have to do, and just not bowl it on
Very
your own
much
feet.
like the Jacks caught and bowled. Very similar.
Pitch it up, the ball stops a little bit.
And England in Wonderland, Sri Lanka in hell. They are 52 for 6.
Goodness me, goodness me.
Now you're gone.
That's 2 caught and bowled, neither of which you're in danger of a broken finger.
Both of which have been effectively arm balls that didn't spin in and took it half an edge, leading edge.
Well, so far this is born, apart from the fact that Bethel won't ball, an uncanny similarity to
Pallekele number 3.
Pallekele 3 in the previous series.
Right.
Although it was a bit more squidgy bum time in that game.
Yes, it was a bit.
Yeah.
Well, Sri Lanka will hope they can get it a bit closer. And if ever anybody needed a Gary Naylor important number 8 innings, it's Sri Lanka now.
Yeah.
To shine him under, you swore that you could turn a ball. You liar.
Our jinglers have been, quite harsh with some of these today.
Did you? I don't think you were on, or if you had a chance to hear it. It's worth listening to our coverage of the England-Italy game just to hear Mog's Italian jingles.
Which were that sadly never get another airing.
Well, alas, no, but they were worth listening to. I would encourage you to
that must have been fun, given he's got 2 Manentis to get in there.
Dig that one out on YouTube. It's Mog in full operatic mode, and it's a delight.
Is it 2 Manentis and 2 other players with the same name?
Yes, the Manentis and the other 2.
So
Moscas
gets that one up to long on for a single, and a lot of weight on the captain's shoulders now.
So not only do you have to have a bright idea, you have to have 2 bright ideas.
Maybe it's an Italian thing. Do you remember the Ryder Cup? Was it at?
He had
the place in
2 what are they called?
That's well bowled. He's gone back. He's somehow got it down to yes.
Eduardo and Francisco.
Somehow got that to. I'm not quite sure what to call that position.
The man on the 45.
I suppose, but that's a bit wordy, isn't it? Anyway, he got a single. It's the end of the over.
Yes, it is. 52 for 6. Jake Grover, we have a super chat. It's the fabulous Jay, the Earl of Sheffield, who says
prestigious position.
Penguins are bringing out the worst in us all.
I think they are. Yes.
That does seem to. Didn't they in that Ryder Cup? Weren't the crowd always singing 2 Molinaris? There's only 2 Molinaris.
I thought you. I thought you were going to link penguins to that. I wondered where you were going with that.
I wasn't. No, I was trying to get finished on the previous thought. Mr. Paul.
Like the England fans used to sing, there's only 2 Gary Stevens.
Well, I'll hold this next one because we do have an important change of bowling.
We do. England are not holding back with the spin. They're going full on because of
doubling down.
They are doubling down, exactly. Well, they're tripling down. It's the 3rd spinner after this ball. He's got to slip in. A little bit of turn poked into the ground by Himantha because it is Adil Rashid on the 45.
Adil Rashid on the 45. Adil Rashid on the 45. Adil Rashid on the 45.
He's in again, and that's played up to long on for a single. And the most interesting fact the intern they've got on the captions could find, or the second most, is Adil Rashid bowls often in the last 5 overs.
Well, which I suppose for a spinner is noteworthy, but not particularly noteworthy.
No.
I think of plenty of other things I would have thought of for Adil Rashid before that.
Goes back, and it's just when you're on top, and you know, it's all very well Joe Root going back to those full balls, but when these guys do it, when Sri Lanka's 7 and 8, your heart's
like
a
danger, Will Robinson.
Heart's a bit more in your mouth.
And it was the slider as well. It went on with the arm.
This is exactly what I said. Is the problem Sri Lanka now on top of everything need 9 and over? That's too short. England have let but fortunately the fielder is round. He does drop it, Sam Curran. He'll pick up an extra one for that. But he just didn't go for 4 like it probably should have done.
It's a lesser spotted Sam Curran fielding error. They're not very often.
This is exactly the problem with the consolidation zone. When you over-consolidate, last thing you want when you're 6 wickets down is to have to deal with a run rate issue as well. And Sri Lanka looking a bit cooked here. Again, sort of hangs back and just pokes it out to extra cover, and there's no
footwork really. They just pushed the bat through it.
The sloth almost rose from the branch, but gravity pulled him back there.
Oh, he's leapt up.
Now I've made him do it.
Who have we got next?
Do you mean in the commentary trio
yes.
or in the batting?
I mean, I'm still on.
Down the track, but can only poke it into the leg side. Sri Lanka have done. This is over. It's 56 for 6 off 10.
It is. It's Al, Jason and Ishan. Andy and I are taking a break. I think that's actually me done for the day.
In which case I'll move over to the jingles.
You can move over. I'll read a couple of quick ones. Mog's Italian jingles are genius. In all capital letters, that from Jay, clearly wanting to make some emphasis. Greystoke 666 says the gay penguins in the Sydney inspired happy feet. Plenty more penguin chat, plenty more cricket chat, plenty more cricket. Remember, we got 2 games today, but that's me done.
Thank you, Tony.
Welcome back, Al. Are you happier now than you were?
No. So you can look at this either from an outcome point of view or from a process point of view. Sri Lanka have been awful.
Yes. I think that's fair.
But tell me that 146 was a good score. I dare you. I double dare you. Dawson is going to bowl, and this is kind of slapped with no footwork down to long off. Overton will field. It's 57 for 6. It's a disaster. But so was 146 for 9. It's about whose disaster has been worse. And at the minute, it's Sri Lanka's.
What you can say is this is 2 teams that finished second in their groups, playing each other and not playing very well.
Down the leg side, swept. Now is this going to beat short, fine leg? Half stopped by Curran. There will be a single. 58 for 6. So this isn't after, therefore, because of it. It's like, 146 was always too many runs. No, it wasn't. Down on leg stump, push down to long on. There'll be a single. 3 singles so far off the first 3 balls. I mean, do you guys think I'm wrong?
Not at all.
I think you're pretty much on it. Seems to be a collective brain fade by Sri Lanka from having got themselves into a reasonably strong position to then capitulate in 5 overs of the power play with 5 wickets.
Sri Lanka gives himself room, plays it straight down the ground, through Dawson, through the gap between long on and long off. And that is a well-received boundary by the crowd. Taking this slightly out of context, it's like, it feels like that amazing performance for Australia was just a complete waste of time if this is what you're going to do, as this is defended back to the bowler. 84 or 55 is well within the realms of possibility if you weren't already 6 wickets down.
Yep.
What was the point of doing all the hard work for you to act like you had 3 brain cells between you? As this is flicked through mid-wicket. Is there 2? Probably not, as I think it's Phil Salt does the fielding back into the keeper. And at the end of 11 overs, it's 64 for 6.
David Durrell says, Sri Lanka, are you Australia in disguise? ? It's coming home, says Zinch. That's a bit premature, I think. Neil Caldwell says, nice to see England are winning again after the depressing Ashes series. Is that the first time we had the Ashes mentioned? I think
honestly, I wouldn't be too happy about this performance, even from an England perspective.
No,
not going to lie to you.
There's still fundamental issues with the batting in the middle order. People are out of form, and they won't progress in this tournament if they don't improve.
It's going to be Overton who's going to bowl the 12th over. In he comes onto leg stump, turned away behind square on the leg side. Now, will there be 2? They've turned for 2. And they should get there pretty comfortably.
The issue is it's still a bit throwable from an England perspective. They're not like, you can still see how they could just take it like ball by ball, bit by bit, and then eventually just actually get it over the line.
Jason, can you play a quick 6 jingle for me? It's 6-6 for 6. The number of the beast.
I will try and find the number of the beast. I thought that one got us pinged, but maybe not.
Oh well, don't play it then. In that case, this has been the moment has passed. Flick down to Archer. Well, better timed this time, which means it'll be a single 67 for 6.
I have one for the Gen Zs in the chat.
We have a super chat.
6-7.
There's no way. I did not expect you to do that.
We've got a super chat, so I'll try and set up for you at the end of the over.
Oh, no, you'll do it after this ball, Jace.
I won't be able to find the Moscow brothers in that time.
Well, start searching. This has been played back. Oh, Overton really should have fielded. But it is fielded in the infield just the same. No run, 67 for 6. Watching Jason work the DJ wheels of steel.
Honestly.
Ready when you are.
Go on. Oh, hang on. Overton in, outside the off stump. Played into deep cover towards, yep, and that will be another single. 79 off 50 is the winning equation.
Right, let's try that again.
Go on.
That's very upbeat.
What was that?
That's the Moscow brothers from Italy.
And that is flicked through towards deep square leg. Another single.
For disinterested hand job, who sent us 10 Aussie dollars. A little bit of self-promotion there, possibly.
Maybe.
Just maybe.
Anyway.
69 for 6.
I don't know the weather's there, but it's been pissing down here, like pretty much the entire night and the morning.
Last ball of this over. He's bowled
Wait,
it.
what?
Did you hit wicket? I think.
Oh, it does seem like it is a wicket.
I wondered because there was one batsman running and one not, and then Overton started celebrating. I think he's played on or hit his own wicket.
No,
but it's 69 for 7. No. Oh no, the bat's come down on the stumps.
No.
An attempted pull shot has hit the midriff.
Cricket batting 101.
And he's taken one hand off the bat, and the bat has swung round and hit the stumps. And that is disaster. Hemantha gone for 5, hit wicket, bowled Overton. Apologies for my lack of emotion there. I just had no idea what was going on.
You're not alone then. No, that's okay.
I'm trying to find a hit wicket jingle because I'm sure we might have one. Meanwhile, we'll have This one.
You silly little boy, what on earth were you playing at? Oh!
So England have a run out and Sri Lanka say, hold my beer.
Right, whilst the man is coming out to the crease, and I shall jingle him up. Where are you? And he's not in the car. Oh, there he is. No.
Should be there.
Nope, he's not. I shall have
Wow.
to search for him as well. Thank you,
We want to
Bear.
make our own jingle for him.
He bowled 4 overs. I'm assuming we jingled him in the first innings. It's Chimera who's now at the non-strikers end. Sri Lanka is on 21. He's faced Rashid, and he'll push this first ball out towards deep cover for a single.
I have a question for you
70 for
guys.
7. Look at
Who
that.
would you change? What would you change in this England lineup over here? I want you to be as brutal as possible. If you want to take out players, take out players. Doesn't matter. Who would you change? What needs to change?
The issue is with a 15-man, 16-man roster, it's who do you bring in instead?
Yeah, I mean, that was more of an open question. Like just,
Beyond the squad.
doesn't have to be just from the squad. Because this is mostly after the T20, after the World Cup, when there'll be changes.
Chipped. Now this hasn't got the distance. Oh, it just bounces in front of Overton. Played very aerially down towards long off. Thought that was going to be taken, but it landed shorter than even I thought. Ishan, and in the end, kind of didn't even present a chance. It will be a single. 71 for 7. Rashid in again. This one now played towards long on for a single. Yeah, I thought
was under the assumption that most of these changes would happen after this World Cup anyway.
Well,
so,
I think
really
and it's going to sound horrible. I think the easiest person you say isn't going to be in the side anymore is Adil Rashid because he's 38. This one
but isn't he
rank filth down the leg side, and that's a wide.
But isn't he one of your more influential players? I feel like.
Oh no! But all I'm saying is he's 38, and you can't carry on forever. That's all it is. I mean, whether he can keep on. Yorker length delivery. Rashid goes up for an appeal. Not sure why.
I think he ought to hit the boot before the bat, but to me that was straight onto the bat.
Well, let's have another look.
Just a floater. Oh, no boot.
Yeah, no boot anywhere near it. Appealing for hit middle of bat. This one again down the leg side, but defended for no run. And the balls are just whizzing by, and the run total. I mean, they're halfway there in terms of what was. They've got 73. They need 74. And Chimera just doesn't know what to do. 4 plus a wide, 4 including a wide. And that's the end of 13 overs. It's 73 for 7.
Tim Wilton asked us, "Are you Aussies in disguise?" Thanks for me from Disinterested Handjob for playing his jingles. And there's also Jago has sent us £2 just so Mog is appreciated, which
I endorse wholeheartedly.
Yeah. No, if you take the old trope of taking the score at 12 overs and doubling it, then they're not that far behind Sri Lanka, but they've lost 7 wickets, which is a big ask.
Well, steep.
Lockie 6 says, "I'm pretty disappointed by the lack of emotion in this commentary." Well, Hendo has been, shall we say, resting his voice.
What emotion do you wish us to convey? We've
excited.
We've established disappointment at the England innings. We've incredulity at the Sri Lankan innings. This has gone high in the air, down towards long leg. It will bounce harmlessly between 2 England fielders. And Overton will concede a single when he thought he was going to get a wicket. That's gone a long way up.
That almost hit the spider cam.
Yeah.
That would have been 5 runs that probably wouldn't have been deserved.
Is that the rule?
I don't know. It's a dead ball. I don't know whether it's extra runs.
It is a dead ball.
Win a t-shirt.
I remember seeing Maxwell. I like an old clip of Maxwell hitting the spider cam way back when, and I remember that was a dead ball.
Is that how you win the car? That's always at the edge of the ground. Oh, that is maybe too high. Hits Chimera right on the pad.
The car depends on what kind of partnership. I think it's Hyundai. What partnership Hyundai has with the tournament, like more sixes, highest strike rate, like something like that. Or I mean, this happens in the IPL where if you hit the car, you get it.
You have to take the dent out of it, but you can keep it.
Yeah, I think it is like that. Not sure.
I've seen 5 balls of Chimera batting. He is not the number 9 that Sri Lanka need. Oh, that's reared up in a short pitch delivery, and it's hit him.
Well, they want 5 balls of dot balls and then a single, so Chimera keeps the strike.
Yeah,
at the moment.
I mean,
just keep Shanaka as far away from the crease as possible.
22. I mean, he's got no chance of evasion. He sort of like used the bat to protect himself, and the ball looped up, but dropped harmlessly as Overton is in again. Tries to flick that ball through mid-wicket, unsuccessful. It's been a single, and then it's just been a series of dots, as Chimera just is not in a position to get himself off strike. And if you're Sri Lanka at the other end, you must be looking at this and going, "I'm going to
start for all the pressure, mate.
I'm going to have to start refusing runs and trying to hit boundaries here."
Eric J makes the point that sorry, not Eric J. Where is it? Bad to the bone after this ball.
This one is flicked down to the leg side. Chimera thankfully gets himself off strike, but only gives Sri Lanka 1 ball of the over to be able to do something with, and he'll be looking more to keep the strike than to try and do something a little bit more constructive.
He wants something
it does seem like that.
odd score, 1 or a 3.
Yeah, and that way the over is wasted again, to be honest. And they can't be doing that.
Only 2 off the over, and this man must feel the weight of the world on his shoulders. Sri Lanka, he's played quite well, 24 for 22. Steps away, and he has hit this country mile over long off. It's gone for 6. More a shot of pure frustration over long off for 6 run.
I think he probably gave a roar like this as he hit it.
From the crowd, hopefully. Bad ball though, it was right in the slot.
Yeah.
And especially the only batsman who's actually trying to do something now.
Yeah, if you see small picture, it's like a win for Sri Lanka. If you go big picture, that over was an entire win for England.
I'll make the point, as I didn't make before, that Bad to the Bone says this is a disaster for Sri Lanka, but great for New Zealand. And Mark Zip, send us 5 American dollars, saying get this in now just in case wickets keep falling. Don't forget your GC discount at the Syracuse New York Record Show today. Free admission at 10 a.m, which means what? 2 p.m. our time.
3 p.m.
Alan apologised for those lack of emotion. I don't know what the hell you parasites want from me, says Lockie 6.
No, it was literally the reason I was talking about a lack of emotion was that we just didn't see what went on in order to make Overton celebrate.
And Greystoke says the Hyundai is actually there for the GPL winner. Well,
no, don't tell.
No. Don't
tell
the bear.
Don't tell messages.
Back to the Bone says, I bet you said the same thing about the White Ferns, then they won the World Cup. About having presumably no chance.
Well, I mean, one of the previous comments said this is good for South Africa. Pakistan must be licking their lips as well.
When's the New Zealand-Pakistan game happening again? The one that got washed out yesterday?
No,
it won't get remade. It won't get redone.
It doesn't get rescheduled. It's just a point each. So,
which is why 2 wins now pretty much guarantees you qualification
that's true.
out of 3.
and it really puts, really puts the pressure on New Zealand and Pakistan in terms of their next game.
No, I was gonna say that's a win for Pakistan because it's one more point that they were never gonna win against New Zealand, especially. So, if anything, that kind of worked out well.
Did I see they dropped Babar Azam as well for that
Did
match?
That's great.
Not surprised at all, to be honest.
For his lack of scoring and slow scoring.
Well, there was I know that there's been at least one article that's written that's talked really kind of. Babar Azam is brilliant, but in a T20 side doesn't really have a place.
No,
or doesn't fulfil a role.
No, I mean the side was built around Babar Azam and Mohammad Rizwan for a long time. They're batting with occasional contributions from Fakhar Zaman at the top.
But it's going to be the 15th over, our last over together. Rashid is in with a slip. Chamira uses his feet ever so slightly, moves the ball down the ground to Overton at long off, and will take a single. And Rashid would be kind of licking his lips here. It kind of, Shananka's going to feel that he's got to do something.
Just one point before I go at the end of this over. Whoops.
Oh, and that is back of a length and hoiked towards cow corner, and has that been taken?
Well taken.
And it's been caught by the other man. That's a great relay fit catch.
Terrible camera work. The fielder at deep mid wicket was about to topple over. Jacks, great work, and then flicked the ball to an unseen fielder who was fielding inside the boundary sponge, who has taken the relay wicket, and Shananka is gone.
I love how Al's taking no prisoners today at all. Even the cameraman getting a shout at for not doing his job properly. I love it.
So yeah, Jack's relayed, and it's Banton who will eventually appear in the official score as the person who caught Shananka. But the ball got the treatment it deserved, but the relay fielding has done the job. And at 82 for 8, one might hope that this is over sooner rather than later.
You think they're gonna get all out at this stage? This seems like it doesn't.
Well, from Sri Lanka's point of view, the best thing they can do at this stage is bat out all 20 overs and maximise their score.
Is the net run rate play
I'd imagine it does
right now, even in the Super 8?
I'd imagine it should do, because if there's a way of differentiating, between like second and third in the group,
there must be a net run rate thing going on.
I will check.
There'll be a whole series of tiebreaker criteria to rank people in the league.
Rashid in regulation off break is ended. Do you want to jingle up the new batsman?
I will. Here he is.
The Mahesh mystery ball is coming to send you away. Coming to send you away.
Rashid is outside the off stump, and a
flashing
drive by Theekshana, well stopped in front of square by Bethel, and that will save 2 runs.
And we'll have a change of people in 2 balls time.
So net run rate does play a part even in the Super 8 as well. So they do need to bat out all 20 overs.
Yeah. This is defended by Theekshana. The score is now 84 for 8 with 5 overs and a ball left to go.
I'm just trying to remember
a
Kendo,
Arnav and Andy who's going to take you through the final 5 overs.
I'm trying to remember a match of England playing where he's got to 15 overs and Sam Curran has not bowled.
This is hit the outside edge. Archer in pursuit will cut it off before it gets to the boundary sponge. They should run 2. They do run 2. It's 86 for 8 with 5 overs left to go, and all change.
And
come on, guys. Bye.
Thanks, Ishan.
Saved Bethel, says Banana Brooks. Someone said if anyone gives a suggestion to Babar in cricket, he always gets angry. That's why he's never moved or transformed from Test to T20, says Loki. And people come in, and I shall exit at that point.
Well, Sri Lanka have made a tremendous... Yeah, I think so. Sri Lanka have made a tremendous haulix of this, and they've lost. And the most impressive thing England have managed to do is avoid the wrath of Hendo entirely, because by the time Hendo got back on air, England had made amends with their bowling.
Yeah, batting was still rubbish.
No, it wasn't very good, no. But we can say that with disappointment rather than anger now.
Yeah, well, I mean, Sri Lanka have done an England.
They've doubled it.
I was afraid to say that
Sri Lanka
earlier.
have done a
I was waiting for someone to take
Sri
the
Lanka
lead.
have done a hold our beer.
Defended by batsman as Dawson is in again, moving his feet. Chamira meets it quite nicely and threads it through the offside.
I mean, from their point of view, it probably is sensible to just play for their run rate now, because if they get a game rained off, that could come into play.
Yep. Absolutely, absolutely. I think that's another thing to think about in these games. But,
it really absolutely catastrophic power play for Sri Lanka.
Really was. Theekshana goes down on his knees and then plays the paddle sweep, and despite the efforts of little Sammy Curran to get around to that, he's slid into the boundary edge, and that is 4 runs. Maybe it's not all over.
Well, Curran would have been hoping to catch the captain's eye to bowl, but he's caught this captain's eye for the wrong reason there. Probably going to make him less likely to bowl.
Yeah, he didn't do that very well. He's normally very good.
Tried to flick it back and it just flipped over his hand, and Dawson not too impressed.
I think he's asking for someone to replace Curran in that position.
Change him over. That's
a bit harsh. Flicked up in the air through.
I've seen it. Seen it done. Had it done to me, it's annoying. Yeah, just because you make a misfield.
Yeah, it's up to long on for another single. I mean, Sammy Curran is not a poor fielder by any stretch of the imagination. You know, you've got to give some leeway. Dawson in, down the wicket, chips it over his head. Literally a chip.
A little sand wedge.
And they might come back for a second. They are, and although the throw goes through Dawson and up to the other end and hits the middle stump, Theekshana had got back quite comfortably. Now, the worst thing England could do here is think the game's won.
It is won, though. What's going to happen? Go on, I'll give you 1,000,000 to 1 for this as well. This is the way I am with sport now, and possibly always was. Yeah.
But I mean, I was sitting next to a guy at Wimbledon yesterday. We were playing superbly, beating Bradford 3-0, and we had a break on. Just needed one pass to set a bloke in for 4-0, and it wasn't a great pass. He's down the wicket. He's bowled him by Dawson, so that makes it less likely. 9 Dawson has another wicket.
If there is a less than 0, that's not negative.
He got a wicket with his final ball of his spell, 2 for 27. Yeah, I was watching it, and from that very break that we nearly had, our sort of defence for the first time in the day just completely went missing. It was like the opening of the Red Sea. Bloke came through and scored, and because we'd had a late kickoff, because Bradford couldn't get through the traffic from Chelsea. They'd been staying overnight in Chelsea, so at half an hour late kickoff, people had even more beer than usual, and so the people next to me were getting really quite leery, and they were laughing about the fact that we'd let in a go. I said, "You know how many late goals we let in?" Anyway, so this is a bit like this, really.
Well, I did read a tweet yesterday. QPR went 3-1 up in the 94th minute, and someone in the pub says, "Just mate, I think we'll get a point here now."
Well, that's what you feel like, don't you?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what's happening amongst the YouTube crowd.
I think Jason and Ishan were discussing Babar's exclusion yesterday. So Loki says, someone said,
Oh, he's gone for the big hoik, has Theekshana, as Rashid starts his final over. Makes no contact, tangled up in pad and thigh pad.
quickly back to the comments. Someone said if anyone gives a suggestion to Babar in cricket, he always gets angry. He's never moved from that, and that's transformed from Test to T20.
This is swept. A lot of effort for not much reward from Madhushanka there. He put everything into it. A lot of body, a lot of wrist, a lot of arms.
Well, I do wonder, what are the instructions to the batsmen at this point? I mean, has anyone told them what they're supposed to be doing?
Get to 100
well,
team
just
score.
keep adding runs and try to limit the damage on run rate.
In he comes again. That's quite nicely stroked by Madhushanka. Straight to extra cover, though. He's a little bit annoyed. So I'm number 11.
Nice,
I just played a glorious
yeah.
extra cover drive. Some bastard got in the way of it. Slippers in. Rashid really gives that.
Oh, that's
googly.
That's the match.
Well, that's the googly. He threw it up outside off stump, and he got it to turn back. Madhushanka, who unfortunately hadn't got a boundary with that previous ball, has gone for a duck, and England have pulled off a quite remarkable win.
I didn't have them winning by 51 runs at half time, I'll tell you that much.
I thought they were really going to struggle. You feel like Sri Lanka just
imploded,
committed suicide almost in a way. In a
you have to say unalived themselves.
Unalived themselves, yes. I know I'm allowed to say that. Well, Harry Brook must be massively relieved.
Very relieved, man. Honestly, England's they didn't bat well at all. You can give some credit to Phil Salt, who'll probably feel quite vindicated for his innings. It looked short. I agree with Al. I still think 140 wasn't a good score. But combination of good bowling, a bit of pressure, and Sri Lanka folded like Superman on laundry day.
Ooh. I think numbers 2, 3, 4 and 5 in the England batting lineup, apart from that, everyone contributed in their areas, so that's the only thing.
Well, yeah, no, it is. Ends up, Salt actually batted quite sensibly. I mean, he didn't bat slowly by any stretch of the imagination. It just felt like he did to a certain extent because of the way he normally is. He did rein himself in a little bit, didn't he?
And England find themselves in a very good position now. They only need one win off
2 games.
Pakistan, who've been and honestly, I think New Zealand have been okay, but they are in the group of the group of life, the 4 runners up, and they're very well placed.
Well, yeah, I mean that.
And for all the weaknesses we can see in the team, they've got a very good chance of making the semi-finals.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm not sure. I would expect, obviously, India and South Africa to come through from that other group, but on their day, West Indies could pull off a surprise against.
Look, don't entirely rule out Zimbabwe.
I think I would rule out Zimbabwe.
Okay,
but
maybe they'll prove you wrong.
Well, yeah, maybe so. Any final?
Yeah, we had a super chat actually, but it's too late to say it. But we still got Jay Grover, £2, said Sri Lanka must now win because of comedy Hindo.
Look at that. I mean, also, Phil Salt 60 in the context of what the next highest score.
That's more than the top 7, 8.
Yep.
15, 19, 29.
Yeah. Only Shanaka getting 30 for Sri Lanka. That's about it.
And honestly, he kind of let I understand why he did it mentally and psychologically, but him scoring 30 off 24 just didn't help his team at all to win the game.
Do you think he batted too low?
I'm not sure if they batted too low. I mean, I'm not sure if they should have changed it and moved him up. I honestly don't know enough about the relative strengths of the batsmen, but well, it's been a desperately disappointing day for Sri Lanka if we're being even-handed. But England have kind of got out of jail.
But how confident must Sri Lanka have been? You would have thought at halfway.
Should have thought they'd be fine, but it did seem like this, as we said, this with the wicket of Nisanka, who'd been their talisman, and suddenly everybody else is looking at each other, and suddenly people are going out and having a big swipe at the first ball, and then it gets straight up in the air.
Yeah.
And they just collapsed.
Well, you just gave. I mean, I think it was Rathnayaka,
Rathnayaka,
who who really gave it away, wasn't it? First ball when they
Yeah.
lost. an
I think
important
that was
wicket.
the bigger turning point
Yeah.
than Nisanka's wicket, because
Well, it happens. It's almost in a way of, I'm just going to have a big swing, and then if I get out, I won't be under pressure anymore. And that's just at this level, that's a significant mental weakness.
Well, I think that's true of England in when they're playing someone like Australia. Is that they don't think about ever occupying the crease. It was ever go ever stronger. Anyway,
do you reckon Sri Lanka have mentally switched off after that Australia win? Because we've seen in tournaments when a team gets a big win emotionally, it's sort of hard to replicate that. So we saw them crumble in the game against Zimbabwe when Zimbabwe chased the total down, and now we see this collapse. So do you think they peaked too early?
Well, it'll be worrying that they've collapsed one game with the ball and then one game with the bat. That would worry me.
And the last game they weren't so good in the field as well. They dropped a few catches in the field in the last game against Zimbabwe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's if you're building up and you're looking at the group.
I'm pleased to. Sorry, if I can interrupt. I'm pleased to see that Will Jacks has got man of the match. They haven't just given it to the top scorer. I think that's well deserved.
I think I may have lost my train of thought now.
I derailed it.
You did. You took me off. It might come back if you do some tweets. And
right, let's have a look. Okay, Jay Grover has a message for you, Hendo. He
You always
says,
have.
Hendo, I do not pretend to understand your mindset, but you did once say, when Wimbledon lose, I want them to lose badly so they are punished.
Yeah,
Somewhat
a lot of people like that.
every football fan understands that. If you are so terrible that you get to about, imagine, especially if you've gone away as an away fan, and you've spent over £100 on, train and ticket and all that sort of crap, and then your team is like 4-0 down at half time.
Are you saying you want it to be 8-0?
Possibly not 8-0, but it's just kind of, you're not going to get back from 4-0, don't you?
I've never felt like that. I've never felt that bad.
I wouldn't say I would want it to be 8-0, but I wouldn't mind them being whopped 5 or 6 in that circumstance.
No, I've never been like that. I mean,
just to sort of,
there are.
It depends how they've been playing.
I was talking about this on Twitter this morning. I'm sure every club has it. There are people who just, as soon as you concede a goal and lose a game, they're piling in, but they've got nothing to say at all when you win and it goes well. And there's a subconscious part of people wants their team to lose so they can rant. I'm not saying that's you, Hendo. I'm not saying that's you.
Well, I was having this discussion last night. I said that when I go online and on the Facebook group, you've got two groups of people. You've got what we call the happy clappers.
Yes, I kind of get called that as well. Yes, yeah.
And I was saying last night, it's not about being a happy clapper or a moaner. They shouldn't have this divide. It's like they want each group wants to be superior to the other in some strange way.
There's a bit of that. I understand. Again, I'm looking through this a bit of a football lens. We had a bad game last week, and a lot of people piled in. But I was away, and because you can't do this in the UK, I think you should be able to just pay £10 for a stream of your game.
Right.
Why
Yes.
not? You're either going to it or you're not. You can only do this if you're abroad. I was abroad, and I was free, so I watched the game and lost and played quite badly. And I was critical, but I just said, well, these players had a poor game. I didn't say these players are fucking idiots. You know what I mean? That's the difference.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. Well, that was the point I was making. I was saying that, just because you're criticising doesn't mean it's that you're piling in. It's that you're...
Yeah, but some people do.
Oh, some people do, unquestionably. Yeah. But then also, fans, I wouldn't do it on Twitter, but within a fans group, I think it's fair enough to vent a little bit. That's the point.
That's okay, because I don't have to be on there. I don't have to see it.
Exactly. And it's your fans, what's the point of those things if you're not there to discuss what's gone on in the match?
I can't imagine what cesspits most of those are.
Oh, well, yeah, possibly true. That isn't too bad, I have to say.
Well, England get an excellent run rate boost for that. Sri Lanka didn't dig in to improve their run rate, which did mean that England benefited, although unless they have a game rained off as well, it's probably not going to come into play. But in the end, it's a you might If I just told you England won by 50 runs, you'd say great, but it hardly tells the full story.
No, you'd have thought England maybe got 220 or something like that.
Or 190 or something, and then bowled really well. But
let's have some more discussions from our
Loki says Sri Lanka can perform better than this if they stay calm.
Well, I'd hope so.
In Asia Cup, they knocked out and played a last match against India, like Australia versus Oman. In that game, it went to the super over, but India won.
Well, that's kind of what we were talking about. You know, it's all very well doing it in a dead rubber when there's no pressure.
This is an interesting one. Bat to the Bone says, I was watching an English podcast and all 4 of them picked India, West Indies, New Zealand and England to make the semis.
Okay.
That's a decent
Well,
point.
I think you made a really good point, Oliver, about maybe it was that sort of
mental
you know,
high.
because they'd be looking at that group and they think the game that we need to win, or the game that, you know, the biggest game in that group was against Australia. And
I will say that if that was people's predictions, they didn't pay much attention to the format, because India, West Indies and South Africa had to be in the same group, in the same Super 8s. The way it's seeded, they couldn't be in any other. So if they did say that, they were wrong. That was impossible to happen.
However, I do think it stands that the high of, especially the way they beat Australia, because Australia got 100 for none off 8
Australia
overs.
picked such a weird team though, and
well, they did. Yeah, I mean their whole team was.
It's almost like they
horrible to
really
look
couldn't
at.
be bothered
I don't
with
think
it.
they could.
They've got 2 openers and then power hitters all the way to 7.
Exactly. That's.
But then they had Renshaw at 6. What was with that?
Yeah,
well, he didn't play that. Did he play?
He scored a 50 in one match.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Certainly didn't play in that Sri Lanka game. I don't think, did he?
Not sure.
Don't think so. I haven't seen a lot of Renshaw of late. He was a test opener at one point.
Oh, yeah.
He's sort of disappeared. But anyway, any more before we have a little break? And
we get some extra time off.
We got 40
good
minutes
behaviour
before before the next game, so I'll have to get
Not
onto the
really.
bear.
It's
Nothing
all
very much.
people having chats among themselves. So
okay. Well, do you know what I'm going to do?
You can put something on off there, can't you?
That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
I will just play a little tiny version of the theme tune to say we're going off air for from commentary, but we will put something on for you to listen to.
Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Dean, Austin Ian, Guerrilla Cricket,